This a lost generation. We starving for greatness. We hardly can make it, and truth is a pill that we hardly can take. Look at our generation, walking lost in this matrix, praying God come and save them. You'll do it for yourself if you really want to help, otherwise it'd be hard to escape. For the lost generation, this a lost generation. We starving for greatness. We hardly can make it, and truth is a pill that we hardly can take. Look at our generation, walking lost in this matrix. Look at us, man. Praying God come and save us out here. You'll do it for yourself if you really want to help, otherwise it'd be hard to escape. With a lost generation, where everything's fun and games. We drink and we smoke just to numb the pain. We scream for the cops when a brother gets shot. Then we march for our money, don't nothing change. Damn, I'm tired of these fucking games. Shit, we gotta do something, man. They label us black, our history snatched. We don't even know where the fuck we came from. They gave you another name, watched it and gave you another brain. We used to be scholars till they gave us dollars. You gotta realize this a fucking game. So make sure you play it right. When you give it your all, you sleep when you lay at night. I am a ray of light, that's an affirmation, something that you could say alright. I hope this word get exposed, I swear this cycle's getting old. How we giving all our children shit we couldn't deal with it. Shit from further from their souls, this world is so cold. Think to myself like damn, sometimes I don't wanna have babies. Like damn, what they gon' have faith in? I guess all I can say is, damn, this a lost generation. We starving for greatness. We hardly can make it, and truth is a pill that we hardly can take. Look at our generation, walking lost in this matrix, praying God come and save them. You'll do it for yourself if you really want to help, otherwise it'd be hard to escape. For the lost generation, this a lost generation. We starving for greatness. We hardly can make it, and truth is a pill that we hardly can take. Look at our generation, walking lost in this matrix, praying God come and save them. You'll do it for yourself if you really want to help, otherwise it'd be hard to escape. With a lost generation, where youngins be selling us dope and politicians sell us hope. We never noticed all the power we got in our hands. They trick us and tell us to vote. Why should I care about July 4th? That one what my people died for was given religion and put up in a wicked system. But this shit won't our choice, so just find yours. There's different meanings of freedom, you need to define yours. Republic or Democrat, I don't get into that. They gotta give us back our voice. Cause how can the president speak for me? Or clean up the streets and find peace for me? They can't part the Red Sea for me. If I thought that, then I ain't even free. I'm just trying to tell them, the hand they dealing us is deadly. Let's come together for protection. They use their air, food, and water as weapons for harming my essence. It's time that we check it. I need my people to help me. The time is now, we need plans. But we ain't got no hope, so we apply, go vote and say y'all don't know, just keep praying. Damn, this a lost generation. We starving for greatness. We hardly can make it, and truth is a pill that we hardly can take. Look at our generation, walking lost in this matrix, praying God come and save them. You'll do it for yourself if you really want to help, otherwise it'd be hard to escape. For the lost generation, this a lost generation. We starving for greatness. We hardly can make it, and truth is a pill that we hardly can take. Look at our generation, walking lost in this matrix, praying God come and save them. You'll do it for yourself if you really want to help, otherwise it'd be hard to escape. For the lost generation. Yeah. I ain't here to judge, I just want you to walk with me. So miss me with all envy, cause shit could get dark quickly. I'm swimming with the sharks, they wishing that jaws get me. What I speak, it shall exist, that's the spirit of God in me. Listen, I'm trying to tell them that it's deeper than rap. I'm trying to bring them back, the ones that fell deep in the trap. See, they feed you the bullshit, but then be keeping the facts, spreading white lies by trying to tell our people they black. I know my lineage, I spit the truth, and in that booth you sit me in, connected to the higher power. I know why it sent me here, to open eyes and show that hope it lies within your mind. Cause this globe is ours, so let's take over now. You know it's time, cause they control the blind, lost so they can't see what's going down. Yeah, you might could take the gold, but you can't break the golden child. All my kings worldwide, I know that they gon' hold it down. Come for eyes, then they firing straight out the holster. Black. And I've been having premonitions. See, it's time for us to stand up and unite. You feel me? Because a lot of people say that you gotta see it to believe it, you feel me? But from my perspective, I look at it as sometimes we gotta believe it to see it. Start with you feel me? Fellas, I've been having premonitions of my niggas winning. Building up the projects, free from penitentiary. And we all unified, so ain't no senseless killings. I'm glad we finally realized that we ain't really different. We finally get that we in fact all kings, so we subtract all beef. We growing crops in every block, look like Black Wall Street. And we investing in these stocks so we can stack our cream. And we ready for war if you try and snatch our dreams. A revolution, we abide by our principles, making changes. Street niggas turn scholars. Knowledge is really gangster. We protectors and providers. We gotta uplift the nation for our queens. We ride if you try to put them in danger. Yeah, beneath the chaos, know your soul is pure. All that greatness you got within was never shown before. Wherever you take your crown, that's your home for sure. So why beef over the block when the world is yours, indigenous?
At one point I was ignorant and lost, but like you gotta know yourself before you do anything, before you can make a record, before you can have an opinion, you gotta know yourself. So we don't got no means to go get it. These niggas got millions of dollars, institutions set up, like the LAPD, like the Fed, like the FBI. All this is their army. And they army make it to where you can inflict your will. Meaning if a motherfucker don't want to do it from an agreement, you can come take it. If a nigga don't want to agree and do it verbally, well, you got an army to come enforce your will. So that's what we lack. I mean, we don't have no army that's going to come protect our natural resources because our shit is divided. You know what I'm saying? We don't even understand how we connected. And that's a fucked up mentality to have.
All my aborigines tribe up. Dog, I make my own cash, we don't do taxes in a check. Put them taxes in the hood, we don't fuck with the IRS. You don't press your own con, but you show the cop respect. Same one locked up your homie, but you scared to get him back. Man, go get him back in blood. All them bodies that you got, the KKK and catch a slug. Fuck a free my homie Asada shit, go get him back in blood. Yeah, you know who locked your homie up, go get him back in blood. If George Zimmerman ain't dead, I don't wanna hear about how you tough. Claim you a shooter when the cops come, you run and toss your gun. While we aiming at each other when we got a bigger war. Niggas must have forgot what this gang banging really for. Man, you niggas really lost. If you don't own your own land, stop walking around like you a boss. Rappers giving bread to charity, go do some shit for real. All that gangster shit you talking, get raped when you take a deal. Man, you niggas ain't on shit. You my brother cause we black, I don't care if you blood or crip. If you don't own your own hood, stop talking gangster. You ain't nip. The rap execs invest in prisons, then use us to fill them shit. Dog, I make my own cash, we don't do taxes in a check. Put them taxes in the hood, we don't fuck with the IRS. You don't press your own con, but you show the cop respect. Same one locked up your homie, but you scared to get him back. Man, go get him back in blood. All them bodies that you got, the KKK and catch a slug. Fuck a free my homie Asada shit, go get him back in blood. Yeah, you know who locked your homie up, go get him back in blood. Niggas know who locked their homie up, man. Know what I'm saying? This time we, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying put the guns down, I'm saying we need to change targets, my nigga. You feel me? We aiming at the wrong people. All my aboriginals tribe up, man. Y'all already know how we give it up. And if you don't know what an aboriginal is, tap in. Word. Yeah, you know who locked your homie up, go get him back in blood.
Float straight out of our lids. Them, they got booed by these Harvard Brooklyn kids. Us floor rush when they DJ booming classics. You dig the crew on the fattest hip hop record. He touched the kinks and sinks into the sounds. She frequents deep, fatter joints called undergrounds. Our funk zooms like you hit the Mary Jane. They flock to booms, man, boogie had to change. Who freaks the clips with mad amount percussion? Where kinky hair goes to unthought of dimensions. Why is it so fly? Cause hip-hop kept some drama. When Butterfly rocked the light blue suede Pumas. What by the cut? We push it off the corner. How was the buzz entire hip-hop era? Was fresh in fact since they started saying Audi. Cause funk's made fat from right beneath my hood. The pooba of the styles like Miles and shit. Like 60s funky worms with waves and perms. Just sending junky rhythms right down your block. We beat to rap, what key beat to lock. But I'm cool like that, 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 I'm cool, I'm cool.
We beat the chocolates, taps on my raps. She innovates after sweeter cat naps. He at the funk club with the vibrate. Them they be crazy down with the 5-link. It can kick a plan, then a crowd burst. Me, I be digging it with the bug verse. Us, we be freaking till dawn, peace and I. He gets a stranger smile, so I say hi.
What's up?
Who understood? Yeah, understood the plans. Him heard of it and put it to his hands. What I just flip, let borders get loose. How to consume all the beaches like juice. If it's the shit, we'll lift it off the plastic. The babes will go spastic. Hip hop is a classic. Pimp play a shot, it don't matter. I'm fatter, axe butter, how I zone.
Man, Cleopatra Jones.
And I'm chill like that. 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 I'm chill.
Get you free, cause the clips be fat for us. Them dug the jams and commenced to going off. She sweats the beats and asked me cause she puffed it. Me, I got crew, kids, 7 and a crescent. Us cause a buzz when a nickel bets a dope. Him, that's my man with the asteroid belt. They catch a fizz from the Mr. Doodle Big. He rocks a tee from the Brooklyn 9 pigs. The rebirth is slick like my gangster stroll. The lyrics just like Luke, come in stacks and rolls. You used to find the bug in a box with Dave. Now he boogies up your stage, plats twist the braids. And I'm peace like that. 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 I'm peace.
Check it out, man, I groove like that. I'm smooth like that. I jive like that. I roll like that.
Yeah, I'm thick like that. I stack like that. I'm down like that. I'm black like that.
Well, yo, I funk like that. I'm fat like that. I'm in like that cause I swing like that.
We jazz like that. We freak like that. We zoom like that. We out, we out, we out.
Top of the morning, balance of the evening. Shout out to all the American Aborigines. Chief Beef is in the building. Aboriginal TV is in the building. God of the Peaches is in the building. Top of the morning, balance of the evening. What's going on, tribe? Give me 1 second. Let me get everything set up, tribe. We got 47 people in the building. I'd appreciate if y'all bang that like button. Share the video out for me one time. Top of the morning, balance of the evening. What's going on, tribe? All right. Give me 1 second. Just taking care of some little things in the background. See if I can get DVD stored out shop up real quick while we live. The Invisible War. Genocide of the Ancient Negro. Let me get some shout outs real quick. See if I can get DVD store dot shop up. Hey. Shout out to Keith Cobbs in the building, Roger W's in the motherfucking building, A.B.Dot's in the motherfucking building. Oh, they want to be difficult today, huh? They want to be difficult today. So we're going to get it up, though. Shout out to all the American Aborigines. Let me just work. Work. All right. As we open up the show today, top of the morning, balance of the evening. Some shout outs. What's up, Tribe? So we riding on today. Try this one more time. We can get DVD store. Wake up, DVD store. Shop. What's up, DVD Army? What's going on, Tribe? Shout out to Miss Lita in the building. I see my auntie in the building. Keith Cobbs in the building. Each Gang. Tierra 813 in the building. Miss Lita in the building. American Warrior in the building. Big Stokes in the fucking building. Who else? Black Wild Indian in the building. Let's see.
Tell him old shot you.
Who else we got? Exit in the Paradigm in the building. Monsters in the building. Experiences in the building. God, namaste. One word alive. Copper you, Chick-fil-A in the building. Who got it? Indigenous warrior, Enoch's in the building. Alright. So we are live on shout out to all the American Aborigines, Chief in the building. Aboriginal TVs in the building, got it in the motherfucking building. The Invisible War. Genocide of the Ancient Negroes. Today, I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about some shit that, people have covered over the years, but in an attempt to get the information out of the so gonna shout out Platinum Facts in the building. We're gonna talk about some shit today. Let me see if I can get it up in the background. Oh, man. All right, here we go. Let me get it. I'm moving a little slow motion today, y'all. Shout out Neji number 9 in the building. 65 in the building. What's up, y'all? Moving a little slow motion. This episode is brought to you by the Digital Black Dollar. 8 for 8 is in full effect. For every 8 donations, $8 or more, we will lock you in a giveaway for tomorrow. We got one locked in so far. 2 more donations will lock in our second one. Shout out to the motherfucking Aborigines. Let's go. As I roll my blunt up. Like I said, I'm behind. Let's talk about the Invisible War. So, it's from the narrative that has been given to us. Right, that at a certain point in time, you know, most niggas that was here was slaves, and most white folks that was here was motherfucking masters. You know what I'm saying? So we consistently have to fight the reconstructive narrative that has been given to us by these revisionists. It's almost like these niggas don't know what revisionism is, or that it took place. Shout out to Empress Goddess Namaste for sending in a donation. We appreciate you, sister. One more donation unlocking our second one, trial. What's up, gang? I should have had a video for y'all, huh? So I could roll my blunt, but I wasn't expecting to be tardy. So good, though. We're gonna do it again. I'm gonna roll and I'm gonna talk, and I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read, roll, and talk. Goddamn it. Can I get a light check, please? Can I get a DVD store.shop check, please? Let me know that everything's cool. Audio and visuals are clear. So, many of us are in the dark about the Gullah Wars, which forced the country to deal with slavery on a political level. So the Gullah Wars store not up while they telling me it's up. All right, I'll work on that. That's crazy. I'll take care of the job. We'll just let it rock for now. I ain't got time all day to be fighting with these folks. They get a freebie, they get a be like that sometimes. Can't be so ready to motherfucking succeed that you don't know when to hold them or when to fold them, try. Shout out to my brother Camo Joe for sending in donation, locking in our second giveaway for tomorrow. Excuse me. 8 for 8 is in full effect. I have been checking on you guys' packages and things of that nature. They are moving slow motion, as you can already anticipate during the holidays. They are moving slow motion. Delivery dates are moving, so y'all just bear with us. The USPS and all the other shipping and handling logistics people, y'all bear with them. We're gonna get y'all shit to y'all. Promise y'all that. All right, so I don't know why my shit is acting like this. Let me get some ghosts in the chat, TVs in the chat. So, black people are deprived of the history of strength, and their legacy inspires. American history has been told with a skewed narrative as to suppress the exploits of black people. And denote their victories, therefore suffocating the greatness in future generations. So it's interesting how they know that the history and the narrative is skewed, but then they won't acknowledge the fact that nigga, the history is skewed when they talk about slavery. Why would they skew the history about everything else and tell the truth about slavery and you being a slave? Doesn't make much sense to me. So the narrative that you reading now, Christopher Columbus, motherfucking all of these, man, that shit is new. Some shit they came up with in the 1900s after they took all y'all shit. And after they took all your shit and ran you out of your shit, then they said integration. Integrate. You niggas thought integration meant that you got the rights, but then don't you see after integration you lost all yours and other people gained theirs? As long as a motherfucker can tell you a story and they are able to keep their guilty, you know what I'm saying, their guilt out of the story, out of it, they will. You know, they not lying, they just omitting certain things, you know? So we are taught in public school systems about 1 or 2 slave rebellions, when the truth is there were hundreds of rebellions. These were called the Gullah Wars. Now, why would you call a bunch of rebellions anything other than what they is? A few rebellions, you know. What would be the need to call them a war? Just curious. Which was a large-scale military resistance by black men leading Native American tribes. What? When did niggas get to be able to lead Native American tribes? And why don't Native Americans have this same history of being sold into slavery, in and out of slavery, snatched up, put into slavery unrightfully? Where was these niggas at? So these wars occurred from 1739 to 1858. Which, let's be clear, 1858 is like 2 or 3 years before this alleged Civil War. Like, did it really end? The Gullah Wars has been disguised in the educational system as the Seminole War or the Indian Wars. They've been disguised. What? When in fact, black men joined forces with Native American tribes to fight against white supremacy, even forming the Negro town, which served as a refuge for slaves who escaped the fields of the oppressors. So they want us to believe that these niggas who just got snatched off of boats, snatched away from their families, most of them children and women, right? They was able to come and run off a plantation that they never been. They was able to run from a place they never been and find a town or different tribes that's headed by niggas. Seminole means runaway. So is this a slave? So I already pulled up when I showed you where Native Americans, but the thousands were sold in and out of Charleston and in and out of the slave ports that they say the niggas came through. So if Native Americans was being enslaved, then when they ran, wouldn't they be Seminoles? Was the 13th Amendment an event to hide and detour the self-liberation process of black people? Was the Emancipation Proclamation by Abraham Lincoln a way of appealing to the African to partner with the oppressor rather than untying their fellow brothers? The Stono Rebellion, 1739, the slaves killed slaves owner and marched through Carolina chanting "Liberty, liberty, liberty." As a result of this rebellion, the new Negro Act was passed. Hold on 1 second. I want to look this up. Oh, they ain't gonna let me look it up. That's how y'all going? There we go. Let me. But we got 77 people in the building. I'd appreciate if y'all bang that like button, share the video out for me. Support the channel, and if you enjoying the stream, I am rolled up. My mouth a little motherfucking dry though. Let me get some of this high quality H2O. Oh, I forgot to give y'all a message for today from the ancestors. Message from the ancestors. Let's see what y'all got for me today, ancestors. Love yourself like your mama love you. That's the message for today, tribe. Love yourself like your mother loves you. And if your mama don't love you, like your daddy. And if your daddy don't love you, like your grandpa. And like your grandpa, somebody loved you at some point in time, goddammit. Treat yourself and in which the way that people you know have your best interests at heart treat you. Never let anybody take away your joy and stop you from being you. That's the message for today, tribe. All right. Let's go back. The Negro Acts were passed in the province of South Carolina on May 10th, 1740. William Bulls was the dude who was in office. The Comprehensive Act made it illegal for enslaved Africans to move abroad, assemble in groups, raise food, earn money, and learn to write. Additionally, owners were permitted to kill rebellious slaves if necessary. That act remained in effect until 1865. Hey, I see some good advice in the chat. Somebody love you, and if they don't, we damn sure do over here, tribe. I promise, I'm not gonna let these niggas kill my spirit. I'ma keep my motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Lord knows, these motherfuckers out here will have you motherfuckers ready to dive over the table, old motherfucker. Just keep your shit. Just keep your shit. John Belton O'Neill summarized the 1740 South Carolina law in his 1848 written work, The Negro Law of South Carolina, when he stated a slave may, by the consent of his master, acquire and hold personal property. All thus required is regarded in law as that of the master. Across the South, state Supreme Court supported the position of this law. O'Neill was the only one to express protest against it. Arguing for the property of receiving testimony from enslaved Africans, many of whom had become Christians under oath, Negroes, slave or free, will feel sanction of an oath with as much force as any ignorant classes of white people in Christian countries. You know, this sounds just like the paper bull, or the paper bull, I'm sorry. The Gullah, which could derive, here we go. Let me zoom in. You want to know why they always talking about these people? These people is them fucking people. Just letting you know, these people is them people that they had to encounter and interact with when they got over here. These was the fuck. These people was, and where the fuck they was from, and where the fuck they be. So the Gullah, which could derive from Angola, referred to African people. These African warriors were helped by the Spanish in their fight against colonial powers of America, right? Even though they say the Spanish was the ones enslaving Africans before the British. Hold on one second. Hold on. Mic check. Is my mic messing up? I still got static. Let me turn this down real quick. Because there's no way I can hear my goddamn self. Let's see. So we got static in the mic. Let me get some twos in the chat. We got static in the mic. I don't know if it's where I had it placed. It's still static in the mic. That's interesting. It's better now. Is it still static though? Hold on. Is it still static? Damn. Oh, okay. So the Battle of Horseshoe Bend of 1814, General Thomas Jessup said, "Throughout my operations, I found the Negroes the active and determined warriors, and during the consequences with the Indian chiefs, I ascertained that they, Negroes, exercise an almost controlling influence over them." The general goes on to say, so how did the slave niggas, fresh off the boat of Sierra Leone and motherfucking Angola and Central, like these niggas was just captured, enslaved, and rode in the trunk of a ship for months at a time, right? So how did they go from that, running off the plantations and becoming the main influencers of the Indians? Seem like they telling the story a little ass backwards. Seems like the niggas was the Indians, then y'all brought some other niggas in here and motherfucking, or the niggas could have been putting these little Native Americans in front of y'all saying, yeah, these the people y'all looking for, right? Come here, John Redcord. These crackers want to talk to you for a sec. Anywho, he goes on to say, "This you be assured that this is a Negro war and not an Indian war." And see, this a lot of Pan-Africans would try to utilize. They'd be like, see, it's making a clear distinction between Negro and Indian. Hold on one second. I don't know what the fuck going on, tribe. Hold on, let me see if I can get my mic. I don't know what it is. It ain't touching shit. Maybe if I tap it or some shit, it'll act right. But it ain't touching shit. Was it acting like this yesterday? I'm gonna try to go out and come back in and see if it'll help. I'm gonna take 60 seconds and I'll be right back.
Yep. Wild Indian, yeah. Hey V, line them up. I'm a wild Indian, you know I go crazy. Ain't really Indian, another one. Then I'm back to the trap, I'm trying double some. She a bad woke chick and I love her tongue. We some jurisdiction boys, we some one-on-ones. Look, don't compare me to no Martin dog, I'm like Malcolm X. Die about our freedom, we'll leave a crack and stretch. Round of applause, boy, you know we clapping text. Chucky dog, child's play, yeah, nigga, that's what's next. Open up the cans just like Arizona. Pull up masked up like we got the Rona. We set up jurisdictions when we buy the corner. How you claiming that's your hood and you not the owner? Be the B, I just pulled up in the need for speed. Free the land, tell the colonizers that they need to leave. Wild Indian up in my veins, you know how we bleed. You ain't gotta lie about who we is, dawg, just keep it G. We at war, we can't keep the peace. Since we at war, gotta keep the peace. Whack a cone, then I meditate. Should I need to breathe? Keep a Olmec head when we slide, dog, cause we the shit.
Like my niggas said, bitch, we the shit. I can't keep the peace. If it pop off, then I want a piece. I'm just on release. I'm in go mode, motherfucker thief. In these streets like EBT, when we at war, make peace with me. I don't give a damn, understand. Fuck who stole this land, white or black or tan. Understand, it's fuck who stole this land. Might have seen me get little buddy these hands. He wasn't no abo man. A lot of these dudes is Sambo man. They full of shit like my ammo can. What they call a N-word out the wrong mouth as an ambulance. Wild Indian, get it in advance, or you can post date it. Ask around, I'm the most hated. Straight sacred, they stole acreage. Yo, ape shit, show ain't shit. It won't be televised, I don't tape shit.
Be the B, I just pulled up in the need for speed. Free the land, tell the colonizers that they need to leave. Wild Indian up in my veins, you know how we bleed. You ain't gotta lie about who we is, dawg, just keep it G. We at war, we can't keep the peace. Since we at war, gotta keep the peace. Whack a cone, then I meditate. Should I need to breathe? Keep a Olmec head when we slide, dawg, cause we the shit.
Mic check, mic check. 1 2. Mic check. 1 2. It's, I don't know why this shit so hot like it is now all of a sudden. Mic check. 1 2. Maybe this is a little bit better, hopefully. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the mic, tribe. I don't know what's going on with the mic. How we looking? How we looking good? We good. Shout out to my brother Jordan Johnson sending in the donation. Starting off our third donation, our third giveaway. 7 more donations, $8 or more. We'll lock in our third giveaway shirt for tomorrow. We good now. Shout out to all American Aborigines. Also, if you are in the Pacific Northwest, you're looking for a new gig, you know what I'm saying? You're looking for a way to add some ends, a legitimate way to add some ends to you and your family. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tap in with me. You know, I have some positions available. I can talk to you more about what that entails if you up in this area. If you got some family, some friends, you know you trying to put on real quick, make sure you tap in with me. I do have quite a few jobs available up here for those who are interested. So make sure that y'all tap in with me. And shout out to the DVD Army. So now that we got the audio together, I think we got the audio together. Let me drop this link one time, try it. Cause I don't even know right now. Like, I don't even know what's going on right now. Can I get a like check as well? We got 86 people in the building. What's up, tribe? Shout out to my brother Roger W. Just sent in 3 donations. That's the second, third, and fourth donation on our third. 8 for 8. 4 more donations will lock in our third tribe. The link is in the chat. We're going to talk about this shit today. Feel free if y'all would like to come through, add your little 2 cents in or whatever, how many ever quarters, whatever you got. Go ahead and throw that in there any given time. They still trying to make the Gullah Geechees African tribe, and it's just like, damn, boy, like that was the first thing they did, wasn't it? That was the first thing these niggas did. It's like, we got to make these niggas African. Ain't no way. We got to make these niggas African immediately. Immediately, nigga. But I got some shit we gonna read, try like just give me a little second. Just give me a little second. Let me let the ancestors come on in the building. Give thanks to them. Let me just stop and give thanks to the ancestors, allowing us to have another opportunity for us to nourish our bodies, exchange energy, love. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for fucking with me this grand rising. And me and my tribe is sending out nothing but love, nothing but high vibrations. All those who going through some shit right now, sending you nothing but love, healing energy, tribe. I'm saying at the end of the day, that's what this shit about. Taking care of our people, making sure our people is straight. Maybe it's my motherfucking hair hitting that shit. I don't even know, nigga. Like, y'all niggas got me all self-conscious about the mic. Now I'm looking at the mic like, nigga, is you right? Is you acting right? Yeah, so today I thought I might have wanted to, you know, hit y'all with a little congratulations. You played yourself some more. It's always some of that shit left. It's always some of that shit. But I figure we'll attack it a little bit different today. Y'all seem to like when we break shit down, when we just take it slow. We just go through kicking over rocks and seeing whatever the fuck is under there. So that's what the fuck we gonna do. We're gonna talk about the genocide of an ancient Negro nation. What they want us to believe is that all the ancient Negro nations was in the 1200s and the 1000 AD and motherfucking 2000 BC. But there was an ancient Negro nation that was here and still rocking up until the 50s. From my research, up until the 50s, there was some sort of nigga camaraderie and understanding economically, politically, and all the other ways that one can represent themselves. Hold on, y'all. I'm almost back at the office. Okay. All right. Let me get my shit together over here. Plug up. Shout out Etta Anderson in the building. What's up with y'all, gang? All right. So if we back, everything good. We can go in and continue to build. Let me go ahead and get y'all some shit that we can ride to. So they want us to believe that the only way that niggas got something was because the Spanish hated the British so much that they was willing to help the same niggas that they was enslaving before the British fight the British. That's what they tell us. No? Well, General Thomas Jessup said, this is a Negro war, not an Indian war. Slaves were actually fleeing the South for freedom, joining the rebellion, and thousands of U.S. soldiers were killed in these wars. Ain't that crazy? That they could kill thousands of heavily trained military personnel fresh off a boat, to where they could not kill thousands of heavily trained military personnel not to be in slavery. The Battle of Suwanee, 1818. Andrew Jackson killed women and children of Black and Native American towns after losing to the Gullah. What the fuck are they trying to tell us? Black and Native American towns. But I thought all the Indians and the niggas was living in the woods. I thought they was in the woods beating on rocks. Then some good smart niggas came running from the plantation and said, hey, you know we could fight the whites, man. So Kunta had a good idea. Somebody's Kunta had a great idea. We's can fight. So after we got the whipping on these crackers' asses, like we've been whipping on these crackers' asses since they got here, tribe. I just keep trying to tell y'all, like, my people is just not them people. Mississippians is not them people. I'm just letting y'all know, like, we not them people. We whip ass heavily. We them niggas that after you get beat up, you come back home to the Geechees, nigga. To the Mississippians, like, hey man, them niggas just jump. You got jumped by who? Some little niggas. You got jumped by some little niggas? Kim, get my gun. Kim, go get my gun. You want some strawberry soda, Jody? Kim, get this man some strawberry soda and go get my gun. You got jumped by some little niggas. So Jackson killed women and children. Listen, this supposed to be big bad. Excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. I just took the first little bite of my broccoli this morning. It's spicy. Some little niggas. Yeah, the little niggas. But you see, Andrew Jackson killed women and children after losing. But let them tell it. The crackers was just running through this motherfucker. They was not taking no L's. How could in 1818, Andrew Jackson taking L's, but in 1492, Columbus didn't. Verrazano didn't. No other people took no L's prior to 1818 when it comes to these American Indians, huh? So nobody lost. Nobody never lost. Remember, they came with machine gun blankets. So you know. All right. So 1818, the Denmark-Vesey conspiracy. I'm sorry, 1822. In Charleston, South Carolina, almost all the slaves, thousands, joined the conspiracy to overthrow their oppressors. So what they calling slaves, they not telling you that these is Indians. They enslaving Indians at this time in Charleston, South Carolina. Press fucking 1. What's up, auntie?
Salute, nephew. Salute.
Hey, that was a fire show last night, auntie. I did get to catch a little bit before I dozed the fuck off. You know, I gotta go to bed early. I'm old.
I know that's right. Because what I did, I got off last with me. Thank you. I was gonna tell you, I sent you those black towns so you can break it down for everybody. But I got other stuff I want to break down. Those towns need to go down. Out of here, we got all these towns that's influential if you are enslaved. I'm just, it ain't adding up.
Oh, you want to know what's crazy, auntie? You don't even got to look back far, right? Like,
yeah.
If you do your genealogy, right, what you'll find, like in my case, because you know my father's side is Geechee, but my mother's side, she from Alabama, Georgia too, but they don't carry the Geechee culture. You know what I'm saying? They don't practice Geechee, they don't talk Geechee, they don't sound Geechee, none of that. You know what I'm saying? But they still from the same areas. So when I was doing my genealogy on my mother's side, her father, right, which is my grandfather, who is the descendant of, which is the grandson of a Cherokee chief, this nigga was born in Alapaha, Georgia. So I'm like, let me look up Alapaha, Georgia. I look up Alapaha, this shit say this is a Seminole town that was created in da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, well, wait a minute. It's just a whole town full of Seminoles. It's about 1,000 people in the whole town. So you know everybody damn near related. You know what I'm saying? But what's the irony in just looking, I'm just talking about with my grandfather, like where he from just happens to be an Indian town, right? And I'm sure if y'all start to do y'all genealogy, y'all will see that like these little towns y'all people's from in Alabama and Georgia, Mississippi, a lot of these be Indian towns, tribe.
Yes, they sure do. They be unincorporated towns too, at that.
Yeah, well, that's how you stay unincorporated. Well, how was you unincorporated up until now? You know what I'm saying? Or up until these times, unless there was something protecting your land.
Facts. And would that be the federal government talking about they got your land in a trust because they know that those are unincorporated towns?
And how do the federal government just allow unincorporated towns to exist? Like what is that? What if they just was like, nah, we ain't fucking with them today, we'll get them later? Like how do they just say these areas are unincorporated? Because the town I'm fucking from in South Carolina, that shit was unincorporated until the 90s. Nigga town, unincorporated until the 90s. Now it's incorporated, and guess what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Gentrification is at an all-time high.
That's what they do.
My daddy, I talked to my daddy not too long ago. He said, nigga, when you come back, you might drive right by the property because it won't even look the same. He said, I'm gonna drive by a place I grew up in and walked across the streets and shit. Like he said, I might drive by the motherfucker and not even notice it. That's how fast they building out there, tribe.
That's how fast
Like you said,
they get in Tennessee. You know, Tennessee got a lot of bad and that ain't even
Mhm.
gonna get. But I mean, you see so many cranes up in the air. That's downtown, right in this area. Till it's crazy. I mean, they just throwing apartment buildings like 7 and 8 floor apartment buildings, big old apartment buildings. And you like, well, where all these motherfuckers coming from? Oh, they coming in through the borders and everything. Same thing, same motherfucking what they call it, the mass migration. Cause you ain't
Yes,
building
ma'am.
the buzz, so it's gotta be straight. But she ain't allowing us in the bitch. You'll see one of us here and there in all these apartment complexes, but it's not a lot of us in these apartment complexes. We have one that's literally was just across from some what they call projects, right? Now y'all done built this big old apartment complex. Look over at the project. Look at the little Indian niggers across the street. And y'all always somewhere near us. This shit is
Auntie,
crazy.
what's your email? What's your email?
It's Anissa Holbert at 1971 at gmail.com.
Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to look up your email for some reason. I know I seen it, but when I'm looking at it, I'm looking for it on my computer. So, you know, that shit be looking a little different for whatever the fuck. Oh, I'm on the wrong. That's why. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I'm on the wrong email. That's what it is. Let me, you know, I had to take King Ether off of my motherfucking computer, nigga, because Google had that shit blocked. They wouldn't even let me search the internet. But yeah, when they took my channel, they don't just take your channel, nigga. Nigga, they make it where you can't even. Hell yeah, nigga, you take your ability to search shit. Yeah. Yeah.
So you just gonna stop me from looking up my bloodline and my history because I don't want your fucking history. I want it from my people, not your motherfucking ass.
I remember Ty was telling us a long time ago, hey, use DuckDuckGo, use this, use that. The nigga won't tell us that shit for no reason. That nigga was ahead of the game.
I be asking people, so how are y'all getting all this? So they be like, go incognito. I said, oh, okay. Go to incognito.
Oh yeah. That is a little trick you can use when you having issues with StreamYard. It's going StreamYard told me to go incognito, nigga. That's when I was like, what? He's like, yeah, you might want to go incognito. Like, damn, bitch, I need to hide from you. You telling me I need to hide from y'all.
Yes. You're doing too much. Go incognito. We looking at you. This shit crazy. Salute Braveheart. Salute my brother. Salute everyone that's coming in.
Yeah, I'm pulling up these towns right now. I just forwarded it to myself.
I was looking for Miss Keisha. Everybody was speaking. Let's go out there. I don't even see her in the We definitely need to get. Y'all know what I noticed though? A lot of these towns that they calling them ghost towns. Y'all notice that our town, they wasn't there, or they basically moved there, and then they left. Then they just calling them ghost towns. Now, why would you call them ghost towns?
Yeah, they say they haunted. They haunted.
Yeah. Haunted to you, bitch, because they ain't your motherfucking people. Peace, born free.
Oh, they're Born in the building. What's up, Born?
Oh, there you
What's
go.
going on, tribe?
Peace, Miss Keisha.
So check this out, gang. Like, listen, y'all. I'm about to get into some real deep shit. I'm glad you're here, Auntie, because I love when you here because, you know, you always are able to add a little context. I be on some shit, but then that ain't necessarily the shit you see. You know what I'm saying? Like, a part of this it's having all of our eyes on this one thing, and all of us organically and honestly speaking on what we see. That gives us the ability to really analyze what the fuck is going on. But if I tell you what I see, and then all you do is just be like, yep, I see it too. Yep, I see it too. Yep. Well, there's no, you see what I'm saying? There's no balance with that shit. I need
to break it down. We need to break it down.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me. I got Naughty in the building. Let me let Rise on. Rise, what's going on with you?
We can't hear you.
Salute, salute, salute.
Salute.
What's going on with you, Naughty?
Yeah. What's going on?
In order to keep this up, they want us to donate to the site. Okay. Which, you know, but are you going to keep the site up? You know what I'm saying? Because we could come back a couple months from there and the motherfucking might not even be there. Know how they do us.
Well, the good thing about it is that if you know what you're doing, you can get this information and put it on your own motherfucking site. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they gonna do. They gonna snatch the shit down for whatever reason, take it out the algorithm. But if you got the actual information, you know, if you have ability to, you know, publish things on your site, shit, they can never take that away from you as long as you don't do no shit that make them.
That's so true. Wait a minute, I see somebody in here named 420 in Mayflower. I'm confused. Is you Mayflower? Why you choose the name Mayflower? I'm more than a conqueror around here. They conquer over the land. They still won't. What? Okay. You know what? We really need to look at more to that Mayflower. We really do. You know that nephew. There's something about that Mayflower. Was you really who you say you are? You so, oh Lord, I ain't studying you no mistake. Uh, 420 in Mayflower. Are you where are you from? Are you indigenous to the Americas? Where are you from? Are you dark skin? Or you I don't like the word white because ain't nobody white and ain't nobody black. So what are you, sir, ma'am? Y'all know I ain't playing with these people because I know I be starting you. Y'all be saying some shit that ain't rocking, but before I speak, y'all know how I am. I see they kick nephew up out of here. I'm not, because this sound like, wait a minute, y'all. I'm live on the throne right now, and you got any requests. Could this be, you kin to Jesus, the Lord? Are you kin to Jesus the Lord? This is what that sounds like. Alito, butterfly.
Can y'all hear me?
No, it's giving me Jesus the Lord. Yeah, nephew, we can hear you.
We got 95 people in the building. Bang that like button. Share the video out. Let's try to get 100 people in the building. Top of the morning balance of the evening. If you enjoying today's stream, 8 for 8 is in full effect. For every 8 donations of $8 or more, we will give a giveaway hoodie away tomorrow. Shout out to all the American Aborigines. Okay, yeah, they kicked me out, but I'm ready to get into some shit, y'all. I'm ready to get into some nigga shit. Hold on, auntie. I got you. I got what you had up. Let me go ahead and pull what I was gonna bring up, and then we can start rocking. Naughty, feel free to jump in whenever you want. If you got anything you want to add, tribe.
Yo, yeah.
Damn. I might have y'all ever know how you be looking up shit? But then, like, I be looking up shit, but I don't always send it to my motherfucking self. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me see. Hold
I
on.
do that all
See
the
this?
time. Then I be like, damn, I was just looking at something. Where the fuck it go to?
Right, like I be sending it to myself usually on my computer, but then like
Kareem, Mr. Bass.
whenever I don't know I don't see it, I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck did I just do? I had some books to pull up too. Oh, matter of fact, this is what I'll do. I'll just type it into Google, because at least I know where I'm going. Okay, hold on. Remember yesterday? Was it yesterday we was talking about we was talking about the insurance company, the banks, the Black Wall Street in Durham and shit like that. We was talking about that. So hold on. Let's see. Where are these niggas at? Where are these niggas at? Maybe this is it right here. Let me see. No. Damn, I gotta find it. Damn. Hey.
Where we left off yesterday at? Is that Jesus the Lord? Says 420 in Mayfield.
I don't think that's Jesus the Lord, Auntie, but if you think that's Jesus, no, if it was, why he ain't come in and then bless the goddamn the congregation? Shit. So check this out.
Is yeah, okay, go ahead.
Okay. So this is the Algonquin Tennis Club.
Wow.
Okay. Let's see what they say. It's year built 1925 to 1935. They demolished it in 1968, ladies and gentlemen. What happened in 1968? Now, it is in the neighborhood of Hayti. Remember, we did bills back then. We talked about this neighborhood. This one neighborhood produced a lot of money, a lot of influential nigga shit back then. Okay, so the Algonquin Club was evidently both a social club and a community center, primarily for the African American elite of Durham and Hayti. Now, let me ask y'all a question. How the fuck was there nigga elites like 20, 30 years out of motherfucking slavery? Like, how did that work? Or just, fuck it. Let's just say it ain't even out of slavery. Let's just say we in the 1900s, it ain't slavery no more. But it's still Jim Crow, ain't it? It's still segregation, ain't it?
Yep.
So how did they get a Negro elite class? How did that happen? Where was the money coming from? Where's the access to the funds? What money was they using? And who the fuck was printing?
That part. And who taught them how to run all these businesses?
So the club was organized. Look, the club was organized in the 1920s. Yeah, they were supposed to be couldn't read, right? So so we talking about this was in the 20s. Okay, so we know it's right before the dirty 30s, and we know that there's towns all throughout America up into the 20s, right, that are specifically nigger towns, right? Self-sustainable nigger towns. This being one of them, right? Just like Rosewood, Tulsa, and all the other places that's found around. All right, so it says, I found very little history on the club thus far. Perhaps I'll be able to fill in more at a later date. John Anderson first notes the existence of the Algonquin Club in 1935. An organizational meeting was held on August 15th, 1935 to form the Durham Committee of Negro Affairs, now known simply as the Durham Committee. I wonder if there's any Negroes in there. Wonder if there's any Negroes left. Anderson goes on to note that the club later added food service and accommodated guests. It merits a few vague lines in Dorothy Phelps Jones' book, which states, without preamble or further explanation, the Algonquin Club voted to become a part of the Algonquin Tennis Club, which was an older organization and emphasized social growth as one of the primary objectives. So the Algonquin Club voted to become a part of the tennis club, which was already a thing. It's like a merger or something. It was the group that brought Athea Gibson at the height of her fame as a tennis champion and bragged of Arthur Ashe as one of the youngest who played on their tennis courts. Anybody heard of Arthur Ashe? Anybody ever heard of him? The bourgeoisies had arrived. The only pictures available seem to be those of pictures of a very young Arthur Ashe among groups of young boys with tennis rackets. Peter Andre Van, the Southern Tennis Association, provided instructions, equipment, lodging, and travel expenses for young tennis players. Here we go.
Look at that.
Let me zoom in real quick for y'all. See if we can get it. Algonquin Tennis Club, ladies and gentlemen.
What the name is it? Is any natives in there? As according to history, Algonquins are Mongoloid-looking people. It's like a bunch of Negroes, aka just dark-skinned people. You know, I know a lot of people like to hold on to their Negro and place it in Africa too. No.
You know, this reminds me of that other picture we was looking at last week when they were saying that it was the Indian slaves of Georgia. It was nothing but niggas in that picture too. So now we got another. So what are we supposed to believe that they were allowing Native American terms just to be commercialized? And you know, that's just the name of this place. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we supposed to believe about this?
Ain't no way. Why the fuck they're not using it? If you want to use their name, wouldn't you want to be the people? Why are you allowing somebody else to use your name? Oh, okay. Yeah.
So was Arthur Ashe an African American tennis player or Algonquin tennis player?
He was an Algonquin. I mean, this one went on.
I bet you. But they say Venus and Serena. That's all niggas know about tennis. It's Venus and Serena.
That's all they know. And this new girl, don't forget this new girl.
Oh.
Made them one in her.
You talking about the mixed chick? Oh,
is she mixed?
You talking about the black and Asian chick, or you talking about? It's a few female. I watched tennis throughout my whole life because I got aunties and shit, and they was all into Venus and Serena. So I watched tennis and got into tennis at a young age. Plus, I had an uncle who always used to bring me tennis rackets and tennis balls, whatever, and golf clubs. Like, this nigga was just gonna make sure I was gonna do something high society athletic. You know what I'm saying? But there is a few Negroes now in tennis. You got Sloane Stevens. You got a few. I know at least. You got a black dude too now. You got a black dude. I forgot the nigga name, but he supposed to be raw as shit. I ain't really been tapped in the last decade. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah. Let them tell it though. Niggas ain't really been into tennis like that, you know.
And you know what? When I was in in summer camp during the summer. I went to Fisk University. Everybody know Fisk, the Fisk Jubilee Singers. I can literally go up my street and go right into Fisk University. But I went there, and one of our things they taught us during the summer was fucking tennis. We're nowhere around it. You go on there, you're going to do some tennis. That was like part of your curriculum at least twice out of a week.
Yeah, so they say Arthur Ashe came out of this camp. Who else came out of this camp? So Arthur was the only good nigga here? Out of this whole clique? That's what we supposed to believe? Arthur was the unicorn.
That's what they want. Yeah. He was the chosen, what they call it, the chosen nigga, the chosen, it's what's that word they use?
The magical Negro.
Token.
That's what I call them. I call them magical Negroes. If y'all ever see Key and Peele, them niggas, they say it's always one magical Negro in every movie, and he always say some simple shit that's really profound. That's what the magical Negro's role is. He's supposed to say shit like, he could be a janitor and be like, sometimes you just gotta sweep up all your troubles into a dustpan and then dump them into the damn trash can. Like, he'll say some shit. Token Negro. He always got something prolific to say to the white man to bring him out of his gloom, you know?
And they say, and spoke the King English very well.
But see, these just don't. These look like some nigga babies, man. These look like some nigga, man. There's some niggas in here, boy. I mean,
yes,
it's some niggas.
right there where you had behind him. And she looked like she got still a high yellow, but she's about really the only high yellow one in there.
No, look at this one right here, though.
Right there.
He look a little different.
Yeah. They all definitely Negroes. Niggas. Yeah.
So the Algonquin Tennis Club. They say there's little history about this place. They just know Arthur Ashe came from there. That's it. That's all they know. We got one picture.
This is like Negro Durham.
Huh?
It says clearly it serves down here. It says clearly it serves as a non-sports related social club, as well as it is clear from the clip from the Negro Durham marches on. Negro Durham.
So check this out. It says Arthur Ashe is on the front row, 5th from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is Arthur Ashe. Right here.
Or is it 5th from the right? It's from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is he the little thing in the middle right there?
Right here.
Or he could be.
It say from the right. Or if they talking about children, then it could be this one.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking about. Him right there. Yep.
It's either him or it's him. One of these two.
Yep.
So let's see. Clearly, it served as a non-sports related social club. Well, why the fuck is they playing sports then? Like, don't make sense. You know what's so funny? There's Negro leagues. There's Negro leagues at this time. Who was funding them?
All it. Football.
The club was adjacent to a community center. I suspect that it was the forerunner to the W.D. Hill Recreation Center, but has been difficult to determine whether the community center on the map below was city property or part of the Algonquin Club. That little map.
Right now, they don't know nothing about no damn tennis in Africa.
Uh-oh, look, y'all. What they have?
Oh, you know, it burnt down, y'all.
Where there's fire, there's smoke.
Yeah. Ain't it always a motherfucker always goes up in smoke, don't it?
Always.
Always. Especially coming to us. Everything went up in smoke. This is sad.
This is what it is now. The WD, I believe, recreation.
Was tennis in the American Indian Encyclopedia? Do you remember?
What happened, Auntie? Are you still there?
I'm here. You said no.
Oh, okay. I was talking to you. I was saying,
was tennis in the American Indian Encyclopedia? I can't remember. Was tennis in there?
That's a good question. It has so many things in there. I have to go and check, but that is a good question. Hold on. I found some banging pictures yesterday, nigga. I don't think I sent them to myself. I found some fucking bangers. Hold on. I swear to God. Oh, maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need to go to the Historical Society shit. They might got all the shit. Hold on. Let me share this out. This is what Auntie wants to. Deerfield, Colorado. There's niggas in Colorado and Oklahoma. On May 5th, 1910, after 4 years of searching for a location that would accommodate 200 families, Oliver Toussaint Jackson established Deerfield, a black agricultural colony on the arid high plains of Colorado. Jackson managed to gain support of the Colorado chapter
American Indian Encyclopedia.
of the National Negro Business Leagues. But the group withdrew their support after Booker T. Washington, the national president, refused to endorse the project. Ain't that a bitch?
Sound like somebody was coerced and not helping. That's what it sounded like, as usual.
Unable to acquire another backer of the project, Jackson and a few brave families began the settlement on their own. According to Jackson, during the first winter in Deerfield, only 2 of the 7 families had wooden houses, and the suffering was intense. He said buffalo chips and sagebrush was our chief fuel. 3 of the 4 horses died from starvation, and the other 3 were too weak to pull the empty wagon. By 1915, Deerfield had gone from 7 families living in tents, dugouts, and caves in the hillside to 20 families living in wooden cabins. How the fuck did that happen?
What?
How you... like, they just... the next 5 years, we would see the settlement grow to a population of 70 with their own schools, restaurants, grocery stores, boarding houses, and 2 churches. Unfortunately, the end of World War I in 1918 brought also brought the end to the settlement's sturdy growth. As the demand for their crops dropped, the families began to default on their mortgages and equipment loans. So they was getting loans and mortgages from who? Who was giving the niggas loans? Who was giving the niggas loans? Let them tell it. I know they won't go into no white banks to get no loans. No. Who was giving out the mortgages and the loans in 1918?
Okay.
So, what else does it say? Anything. So, 7 families went to Colorado. Now these niggas, they went from living on the side of a hill in tents and shit
To driving cars. I'm done.
No, you got to remember you have to remember we had our own money until 1933 when them come take the money from us and change it around.
Thank you, Nadi. I'm glad you brought that. That's why I said who was issuing the money?
Okay.
So, wait. Let me ask you a question, Nadi. So, they say, I think at this time the greenbacks was in play. Was greenbacks in play at this time?
Yeah, it was coming around, but it was a backing of the banking. That's why you had your black banks around, because everyone was taking a goal inside the black banks and representing the greenbacks that was coming out of certain black banks.
Once again, it's like we've always said. They seen us doing some shit and they came and stole the shit. That's literally what like. There's no way you can think these people was peasants in Europe, motherfucking, and then they just came over here and became bankers. Like, come on.
You know, it's always gonna be through their lens. It ain't gonna never be the truth. It's just gonna be through their lens or how they want it to be, because they ain't never did anything. They just came here and stole and took every fucking thing. Now they're acting like they earned this. They came here and worked real hard and earned this living that they're living today, when actually in reality everything they got, they stole it. I'm just saying. Y'all still there?
Yeah, my bad. I'm over here hitting this weed. This shit done took my breath. My bad, y'all. We got 88 people in the building. I'm over here trying to hit the mute and unmute at the same time. Goddamn it. Hold on one second.
We had our own banks. Think about it. It's what we were just talking about yesterday. Our own bank.
And that makes sense, right? Who else? Niggas. Think about it like this, y'all. They keep compartmentalizing our history to where we feel like we were at some point like disconnected from our shit. And I don't feel we were ever disconnected. I feel that they've been doing their best to disconnect us to this point by giving us a narrative and showing us that, hey, y'all didn't know what the fuck y'all people was doing. Y'all was lost. But somehow, like I know about the gold that's in Georgia, nigga. Like, I know about the minerals deposits that is within this geographical location where all of this shit is going down, tribe. Like, I'm talking about some of the purest gold in the world is found in this fucking area. So are we made to think that the niggas was digging out the gold? Like, the niggas was 49ers too? Like, at what point did the niggas get a chance to get their hands on the gold? Can anybody explain that to me? Like, through the slavery and the Jim Crow and the shit, like Do we know any nigga gold mining companies, or is there any nigga like? Is there nigga like?
If it was, they hit them. They definitely gonna take that out of history. Anything that can show that the bullshit that they wrote down is a lie, they getting rid of it. Even though they leave some stuff, but they getting rid of majority of anything that would tie you to the greatness. The niggas weren't just slaves. Niggas was goddamn it the ones building everything. They was the one inventing everything. It's not adding up. Even with just not even knowing this, it's still not adding up because how the fuck Negroes is illiterate, can't read, can't do math, but yet you're building automobiles. Yet you're building fucking mansions and shit.
I can't wait. I can't wait till I get this shit up, auntie, and I show y'all old Durham, and I'm gonna show y'all some of these old niggas. Man, ain't no fucking way no niggas built like I'm telling you, ain't no way niggas just out of slavery built no shit like what they saying was being built at the time. Like, there's no way. Like, that's what they not like. Let me see. I can't even get into my Pinterest. What the fuck? Go ahead, auntie.
They'll convince you that it don't. They will convince you. Niggas didn't know shit. Niggas just doing shit. And the only why niggas was doing it because somebody came and taught them. But yeah, how somebody gonna teach you how to build something that ain't never built shit they motherfucking self. They just came up out of poverty and all phantom and all kind of shit over in Europe. But yet y'all believe that these people are these fucking great conquerors. Bullshit. I call bullshit when I see it. I smell it. If it smells like
I wish
shit,
I had that. I wish I had that damn little gif where he be like, bullshit. Y'all ever seen that that little bullshit?
Yeah, bullshit.
I got to go find that shit. Right, I'm gonna get that shit. Bullshit.
Always some bullshit when it comes to our people, but yet everybody around here that comes here are the great inventors and the great fucking builders, but yet you don't find that where they come from. So that should tell you how the fuck you come from another foreign territory to come here and become great, y'all. It ain't adding up. Nigga, you should be great wherever the fuck you come from. Why the fuck it takes you to come to America to become great? That's bullshit. But of course, I know the pair of boo-boos, they don't understand that, you know. That ain't, you know, their repertoire. They don't know how to think for themselves. You know, they push an agenda that the motherfucker Germans are pushing. That's their agenda. They don't even know that they attach themselves to German science. The same motherfuckers were just experimenting on us in back in the early 1900s. The same motherfuckers that y'all really pushing that narrative. They was taking radiation and blowing holes in the baby's heads. They was literally injecting us with the fucking diseases that came off their bodies and shit. But yet these is the niggas that y'all think is gonna tell you the truth about anything. It's bullshit. How y'all have that type of faith that motherfuckers is out been committing genocide against you the whole fucking time? But yet y'all expect them to give you a DNA to tell you who the fuck you are. Y'all niggas are ages. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If anybody's dealing with these type of people, arguing with these motherfucking pan goofies or Africans, whatever you want to call pan boo-boos, y'all niggas need to get the fuck away from them because you waste their fucking time. These niggas, if they want to be African, we need to start escorting motherfuckers up out of here. And the rest of these motherfuckers are going with them too. Because did nobody tell y'all to come here but a fucking corporation? You didn't get an invitation, open invitation from the motherfucking real Americans. Y'all got an invitation from a motherfucking corporation, bitch. Then y'all calling that a government. The fuck? That ain't no government. That's a corporation trying to get motherfucking citizens to come here and work for them.
Damn, they hating on me over here, boy. I can't. Everything I was looking at yesterday, nigga, Google done hit me with the erase button, nigga. They was like, nigga, you ain't see shit. You didn't see shit, nigga. You might be you going through some shit. Now I'm gonna show y'all something, tribe. Hold on. I just gotta get the right shit together. Like I got some images I need y'all to see. At the same time, they saying these niggas, the Algonquin Tennis Club, the black bourgeoisie elite. See, this is what they try. See, this is what I don't get. Like, I don't truly believe that all the niggas who was doing well at this time was boule, but that's what they giving off the inclination. Like, these niggas is boule, right? But then it's every nigga who did something great back then can't be boule, can they? Every nigga, like every nigga that.
I don't think they started as a boule.
Every great nigga that ever been, they started with the boule. Boule is a farm, nigga. They pumping them out. Damn. All right, let me see if I can get me some photos up real quick. Let me get some photos up real quick. I told y'all I'm moving slow motion today, child. I don't know what's up with me.
I'm over here looking in the my American Indian Encyclopedia. I'm trying to find tennis. They talk about the ball. They talk about the rubber ball. But I'm guarantee y'all, we started this shit too.
Yeah, every nigga, bruh. Damn, my shit going slow as hell. My little computer just working as hard as it can. Bless his little heart.
Now, have y'all ever heard of fucking Native Americans said they built bridges? Because they said they crossed the land bridge which was made of ice.
What? Did they build the ice bridge? That's what they saying now?
No, they said that they built bridges. That they built bridges. I mean, you can't make this up. Indigenous Americans to construct bridges and rafts. Those who worked with the Belsa included the Mesoamerican Mayans, whose civilization began 1500 BC, and under the Inca, whose empire arose in what is now the Peru in about AD 1000. Belsa, I guess it's a tree that grows wild in the lower lands of the jungle clearings today. I was looking up all, but it's not really giving you everything that it is that you done with a ball. Rubber balls,
They on some straight bullshit. I can't with these people, man. These people is some straight bullshit. I'm just trying to find. I'm just talking about 2-3 pictures. That's all I'm trying to get. I'm just trying to get 2-3 pictures. I didn't just said fuck it. I ain't gonna get the ones I wanted. Just fuck it. I'm gonna just find some. Nigga. They making this shit hard as a fuck. Desmond over this bitch working hard, nigga. And I was just looking at it so fluently yesterday on my phone. I was like, damn, this shit look crazy.
But they got basketball in here. Have anybody, y'all put a one in the chat, have anybody y'all seen motherfucking Native Americans playing basketball? Because it clearly says that the basketball, a team sport in which points to scorers by throwing a rubber ball through a hoop. It is an all-American game that most people believe was invented about 100 years ago. In truth, it was played by the American Indians about 3,000 years ago. The Olmecs who lived in what's now southern Mexico and Central America from the 17 BC to 400 BC originated the game because of the latex producing tree that grew there in the areas, and they had developed the technology to create balls from the rubber, because this game is the first one known to have used a rubber ball. Many anthropologists consider it to be forerunner for all the modern games that use bouncing balls. So what is a tennis ball, y'all? A tennis ball bounce, right? It said including the basketball, soccer, and football. Both nobles and commoners played the games. Nearly every adolescent male practiced the nobility sponsored. Or anything, any kind of rubber ball, it's saying that this where it came from. These motherfuckers didn't bring nothing here. This shit was already here.
Yeah, they're gonna tell us they created spades next too. They brought that
To
out.
the Olmecs day. The Olmecs was the first civilization, right?
That's what they say. I ain't said it. He said.
Civilization.
I ain't said. He said.
According to them, Olmecs, but it still don't look like the motherfuckers that's claiming the Olmecs today. You got images of the Olmecs with fucking afros, and none of those niggas down there got afros. All those niggas down there got fucking straight fur on their fucking head, but claiming they are the Olmecs. They are the descendants of Olmecs. How is everybody that's claiming to be these dark-skinned people don't look like they fucking ancestors? It ain't adding up. I don't want to hear no goddamn evolution bullshit. Because the only evolution is when motherfuckers is grafted. I know y'all like to use evolution to say why niggas don't look like niggas no more. It's because of evolution. Now, those niggas are new niggas that was created in a lab to replace the old niggas that was already on the land. Point blank period. Go ahead, nephew. You there, nephew?
Oh, I was on mute talking big shit. I'm sorry. I was asking. So you saying like from Michael Jordan to Steph Curry type shit? You know what I'm saying?
Magic Johnson, all these ass Negroes are the descendants of those Negroes. Now somebody else, motherfuckers ain't no more than 5 feet tall, is claiming to be these big tall niggas that were playing basketball back before these motherfuckers ever came out of a lab. He said y'all saying they can't stay on beat with the beat. But that part, right, Mo Dizzy? That part, nephew. You gotta explain to me how motherfuckers go from being giants to being midgets. It ain't adding up. Only short motherfucker we know was that Spud way up under them that was real short. They played basketball, and yet he was not a motherfucking Native American. He looks nothing like the Native Americans.
Spud, you got Muggsy Bowes, you got a few little bitty niggas that came through.
Yeah.
Got a few niggas that came through.
Where is these buildings at?
In the same place that Black Wall Street is. Same niggas.
And look at the things. Look at the things on top right there. Those are energy things right there. Look how they made. That's free energy, free lights, y'all, free lights.
Remember, y'all, this is the building we looked at about probably a month ago, maybe 2. A nigga built this. Like, they say a nigga built this. Like, they don't even lie. Like, they say, no, this is one of them ones that a nigga built. That dude, Julian Abel, or whatever the fuck his name is. The nigga who they say is a nigga, but he don't look like no nigga I ever seen.
Cause they done whitewash his ass out.
But look at the inside of
And then
this
look at
motherfucker, try. Look at the inside of this bitch.
so who you think taught this nigga how to build this? Cause it sure ain't a motherfucker out the cage, aka lab.
I mean,
We not but it's a lab. Go ahead.
look how massive the motherfucking ceilings are.
So
with the stained glass. Look at the color of the stained glass, nigga. Do you know how much that shit would cost?
You know how
like,
tedious it would be to use glass to blow
bruh. And look what they got right here. That looks weird right there. Where's this? Right here? That look weird. That look.
Is it an alpha and omega?
Alpha and omega, ain't it? That's some other shit. But hold on. I want to see if I can find it because they got better views of this shit than this. That's why I was getting mad because the shit I was seeing yesterday was like, oh shit. Like it was it was like yeah, so this is in Durham. This is in Durham, North Carolina. This is Duke University. Everybody know Duke for what mostly?
Basketball, ain't it?
Basketball. Right.
Yeah.
So ironically, in the same place where go ahead, Auntie, finish your thought.
Are they saying that these were white people that owned Duke University? Or these
Come on.
I mean, no, these are the motherfuckers that stole these people fucking name and shit. It's like everybody had a hand in going to take the original people's last names, claim them as they came here as what you consider to be the wealthy or the well-to-do when they didn't have shit.
Auntie, they say they built this in 2 years in the 30s.
Get the fuck out. That damn lie.
2 years. 2 years. Now, ironically, I feel like I've seen images of this chapel that's older than 1930. I swear to God, I told you I was going down the rabbit hole last night.
This right here looks like one of those buildings up at Vanderbilt. It sits on Vanderbilt campus.
Well, just think about this. Just listen to what you just said, Auntie. Vanderbilt, right? Who are the Vanderbilts? And don't they got another big, like the largest home in America? Ain't that in North Carolina too? Didn't they build it? The Biltmore, I believe that's called.
Yes, but I don't think that those are the original people. I believe those are people that stole people's shit.
Why you think they call them robber barons? Okay. Let me just ask y'all a question. What the fuck is a robber baron? Nada, you still up here, nigga? Help me, nigga. You know what a robber baron is?
Esther said, look up Richmond, Virginia, book built by the blacks. Oh, I gotta look that up.
Oh, you going in and out. Yeah, you going in and out. You probably in the damn woods.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
You going in and out again now. At least for me, you going in and out. I don't know if it's for y'all too.
Yeah, it's for me too.
Oh yeah, Nada, you might have to wait till you get stable. They killing you over there.
Yeah, that's better.
Like we can hear you, but then when you start going in, it just start breaking up. So, did we get the definition for robber baron, or what the fuck?
Hold on, I'll look it up. I was trying to miss up.
What's a
Yeah, mic check.
Blacks feel.
Yeah, I can hear you now, Naughty.
Yeah, Robin Baron, right?
Is that the proper terminology?
Yeah,
Or
Robin Baron.
okay, where did that come from?
So the Robins are the originals that they found on the land. They called them Robins, which later came as Indian, which later turned into Negro, African American. So the red bird or the robin is what they derived as the people of this land. Robin Baron is one of the elites, or what you would say. I hate for the people to hear this name because I know a lot of people hate to hear it, but it would be a indigenous Moor, Indian or Aboriginal, or however you want to state the term, dealing in trade, commerce and trade at the highest level. That's what that would be.
Well, they couldn't get
Interesting.
mad because Negroes can't get mad because we know they played a part in it. Because I'm telling you how I know. I look at everything that I see. You know, all the motherfuckers claiming to be that title. Because guess what? If you went to high school and you graduated, you had that tassel on your motherfucking head coming up out of there. Who you think gave that education? It was the Moors. I'm not gonna lie to you. And if you look at the motherfucking marching bands, what the fuck did they have on their fucking head? I'm just saying.
So let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question. So when we talking about the Moors topic, so this is why I hate that, because people use it in and out of context whenever it's convenient. So are we talking about like it as a descriptive term to mean niggas? Are we talking about it as the MSTA? Are we talking about it as a religious sect? Are we talking about it like from the perspective of Shriners? Because we know they're different. Like which Moors exactly in this context are we talking about?
About it, it's education.
You have to catch on that Moors are clans, different clans, different sects. A Crip and a Blood is a Moor. A disciple is a Moor. They don't understand it, but they're at a lower class of Moor. They only at a class where they only see themselves as in that sector, but they are actually Moor. They're Moor.
So are Moors Masons? Is that what you're saying? Like
Masons is a part of the Moorish sect, yeah, a clan of the Moors, yeah.
Okay, so the Masons are a part of the Moors, not the Moors a part of the Masons.
Correct. Remember, the daughters of Isles have married into the Masonic ritual. That's
and the Mason, and from my understanding, right, the Mason, like from what I'm seeing from this information we've been uncovering and watching, like a Mason, which is to be assumed to be the highest degree of Mason, like these are the people who can build at the highest level, right? That's what a Mason is, right? Like a master builder.
The true high Masons are in Ireland. They're not really here in the States. Ireland holds the true highest hierarchy of Masonic sect. There in America is more what you will see maybe a 32, 33, but when you go up into the hundreds and 720s, bro, it's Ireland. Ireland is running that shit.
Well, I'm only asking in regards to the structures now, right? Because from what I'm understanding, a lot of these Masons or people who claiming to be Masons, right? They are claiming the building of these structures, you know what I'm saying? Or to have the science behind it, you see what I'm saying? Or at least some type of understanding of how these structures were constructed and the real history behind it. So if a Mason is claiming to be a part of this, let's just say fraternity. Are they saying they are part of the fraternity of builders of these structures and the gatekeepers of the science? Or are they saying they are part of the founding of these structures and they're gatekeeping the information surrounding it and behind it?
Well, they're the sons of Cain. Cain is the original Mason, considered the grandfather of Masons. So the building of the Masonic is the manipulation of math and using math in a area of building. Um, the jurisdiction under maritime or commerce is where you find the Moors. When those two come together, the information inside of the structure, and this is where the information is stored, that's where it becomes the two families are hitched, or the two come together. If I could answer that, if that was the answer to your question.
I think it gave us a little context for sure. We got 92 people in the building. I appreciate y'all bang that like button.
So
Share
it's all
it
about
out.
commerce, and it's all about one representing their own testament. If you don't document your testament in stone, which is in pencil and paper, you are taking heed or taking up under a next testament, which is the Hag nations or the Hague nations, who adopts you under Christianity. So if you don't have your own testament, then for as in the documentation,
you're going. Be breaking up, Al.
Yeah, you going in and out, Nutty. Mic check, we still here? We good? Mic check.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Alrighty. So they say this was constructed in 2 years' time, right before the Great Depression, I'm assuming. And they call it collegiate Gothic style. Is that right? It cost $2.3 million in 1932. It seats 1,800. The entrance portal. The entrance portal. It's almost like, yeah, this is what we was looking at earlier. So this the entrance portal. I want to see it though. I want to see the inside of this motherfucker. I'm talking about this motherfucker is laid by the gods. I'm telling y'all.
I'm doing fine to you.
Auntie, you on mute. Let me mute Auntie real quick. Let me mute Auntie real quick. She tell all her damn business. Interior. Do we got any more interior shots? Look, they won't even show us none of it. Like, that's how you know it's some bullshit involved. They want this all the pictures y'all got. 3 little pictures. Let's see what it got. On the right wall are Thomas Jefferson, Robert E. Lee, Sidney Lanier, and John Wesley. Carved by employees of the contractor, the John Donnelly Company. According to Duke Lore, the architects gave Donnelly the choice of which figures to represent. He did after consulting with an unnamed Vanderbilt professor. See, the lore, huh? See, they got, this is some heavily Masonic shit right here. So it says on Leaves carving, the belt buckle was initially inscribed USA rather than CSA for Confederate States of America. It was partially chiseled away but was still visible. The university removed the statue of Lee from the entrance after it was vandalized in 2017. Canterbury Cathedral. So it's from the Duke Quarry near Hillsborough, North Carolina, while its upper trimmings are of limestone from Bedford, Indiana. Interesting. It says the stained glass windows, 77 windows were designed and constructed over a 3-year period by 15 artists and craftsmen. But wait a minute, if it took 3 years to make the fucking windows, how did you build the shit in 2 years? Did you just like wait to figure out? Like, we just go see what we're gonna put some windows in there when they done. I don't know. It says they are constructed from over 1 million pieces of glass imported from England, France, and Belgium. Damn right. They was doing a lot of moving and grooving back in that damn times when the niggas was getting broke. Let's see. They have a crypt. What else they got? I want to see some more pictures, man. They ain't even got no pictures of this motherfucker. That shit crazy. Like, they don't even got no good pictures of this motherfucker. Like, talking about. Then they want to put you in these little bitty ass side boxes. Like, yo, Google, I need y'all to tighten up, y'all. Y'all shit. That's a little better picture, but damn. Can I just see the motherfucking picture? Then we gotta go through all this just to see the picture, trial. It's crazy. Like, all this just to see a picture, like, it's just one picture, trial. Anywho. Let's go back. That was a nice little tangent. Now I'll come back to our original regularly scheduled programming. We got 88 people in the building. What's up, child? Y'all still rocking with us, I see. I know, I mean, because it was pissing me off. I want to read about it, but I want to be looking at the shit while I'm reading, and it's pissing me off. I ain't gonna lie. It's pissing me off. So, let's go back to where we were initially. So we got.
I'm here, nephew.
Yeah, I put you on mute. You had a phone call. I didn't want you to tell all your business. Go ahead, though. You got it.
Oh, yeah. I have. I was looking that up, and I came across a book. This book was the Negroes in Negro land, the Negroes in America, the Negroes in generally, and it says also the several races of white men considered as the involuntary and I said first. I don't know what that means right there. Subplants of the black race. This is a book, and the book I've just seen. I probably can find. Have you ever heard of that site called the Forgotten Books?
On there, I'm always on Forgotten Book.
Okay, so the way that book looked that I pulled up in the hardback, it looked like those books from the Forgotten Books. And yeah. I'm gonna have to go and find this. I gotta go find that. But I was trying to find the one which she was talking about. I tried to pull it up, but then it was just giving me a whole lot of other stuff. I did get to that, but it was still giving us a lot of other stuff. So I'm gonna go carry on. Why I pull this up?
All right, hold on. All right. Let's see. I was reading this book yesterday by a gentleman. Actually, I was going through a few books. He got, matter of fact, let me see if I can get it. He has the book called The Invisible War. Let me see if I can go back and find this niggas. By YNKLY. I don't even know if it's Y Klein or I don't know YN Klein. I don't know how you say this nigga. Let me get the source up though. He has a good book. Let's see if I can get it up real quick.
When you start looking for stuff, you start finding it. Drop the link. Nadi's back there. I just came across another book we might need to be interested. It's called Dirt Don't Burn. A black community struggle with educational equality under segregation. Dirt don't burn. Ain't that some shit?
Neither do stone or brick.
That part. I was thinking the same thing when I was okay. Yeah. It don't burn. But the only thing is, you niggas drop bombs on it. I don't want it. Don't burn. But you niggas seem to drop bombs.
Oh shit. Leaders of the Seminole. Wow. Y'all can see?
Okay.
Y'all
That's
can see?
though.
Okay.
He got a head. Did he just have a what you call on his head? I don't know. With a feather out the bag. I don't know.
See, what y'all gotta ask yourself is, was the nigga named Abraham Lincoln or Ibrahim Lincoln?
It might have been Ibrahim, but they called him
Ibrahim. You know, it's very interesting when you looking through history and shit, right? We've all, like, y'all remember some time back.
Put that up in what Namaste just said. I can't stand up there.
Nigga, the dress of the beard.
That's what I mean. Your ass is crazy.
Okay, so what if it? We know that there is what they call Moorish architecture or Muslim looking architecture. I've read from some books that said there was two nations here. One was Muslim and one was more what's the other word? Canaanite, I believe it was how they explained it. Now we got Abraham or Ibrahim. Now check this out. There is crescent moons and shit all over the Americas. There's like insignias of Muslim or what is known as Muslim or Islam or Islamic architecture here and culture here. So now I gotta ask, was Abraham or was the nigga Ibrahim? And was they telling us? Are they like telling us something without telling us something? Now, let's move forward in this book. Now look. Who the fuck is that? Oh, let me make it big for y'all. Who that is? Who that there nigga on that NAD? Right there though. Now this book is called The Invisible War, right? Who they do he look like a slave?
That nigga too sharp to be a slave.
Casket ready, nigga. He ready. But it's and he got on pants. He got on pants. He got on some knickers or something. But so it says the map. So it says a map of the low country population by 1790. Now remember, 1790 is the first year they did the census, right? Low country population was 78% Gullah Geechee. The black majority in South Carolina and Georgia continued well into the 20th century. Y'all hear this now, right? Okay, so we talking about now. We're not in a different book. I'm gonna just scroll back one, just so y'all know we are not in a different book, right? We talking about leaders of the Seminole Wars. We talking about Abraham and Ibrahim, Osceola, right? I'm sure y'all have heard of Osceola. Now, what about John Horse?
Are they trying to say, or could they be trying to say that's a twin? They was two of them, like the Abe and what's her name? Damn.
Cain and Abel.
The two brothers. Cain and Abel.
Cain and Abel.
Could they be referring to that? Because look,
I don't see why not.
Okay, that's all I gotta say. Go ahead.
You said this Cain and Abel right here?
Could be, because don't neither one of them. They don't look alike. They was in what they call, they were twins. They don't look alike.
Fraternal.
And remember they said, fraternal. Remember they said one was dark and one was light.
Okay, so
is this where the Cain and Abel story comes from? I'm just saying. Go ahead, Nephew. I'm listening.
Let me put this back on full. All right, so it says that 78% of the Low Country's population was Gullah Geechee in 1790. This is John Horse or Juan Cavallo. Juan, see. They playing games with us, tribe. They talking about the niggas is getting enslaved by the Spanish, but then when they get to the Spanish, the English get to the Spanish, you find a nigga's named Juan Cornelio and shit. Like, hold on, nigga. Was the Spanish and the Portuguese, did they get there and fuck them up so bad to where they was already Spanish? Or was them niggas the Spanish in which they're referring to? How come John Horse and Juan Cavallo is the same nigga? And I bet you they got two different stories depending on which motherfucker you reading it from. I bet you. So, here we go. I think this book came out in the 30s, by the way. I might be wrong. I have to do some more research. But as you can see, they showing us the 13 colonies, and then they showing us all of this area right up in here. This area we already know. It says blacks as percentage of total population in 1790. So the dark shits is in the 70s. Right, and the light shits is in the zeros, and the medium shits. So anything dark or medium, nigga, is where the niggas was in the range from 50 to 70% population majority on this map. So you talking about all of in Virginia, nigga? Go ahead,
Now, go ahead. See that these are citizens and sisters niggas that's on the Spanish or the European census. These not the indigenous that's still living in the backwoods and still living separate from their man in their own governing system. You have to remember now, we're not being told our shit. every direction we under a law of Spaniard. We're under a Spaniard law, which is the maritime law of trade. We under a doctrine of a European doctrine. None of it's gonna match. None of it's gonna correlate. They're gonna pick stories off each other to try to make something truth, and nothing of it is true. We have to go again, like I said, put your own testament in for all to be notified of who you are, what you represent, what you stand for, what finances you bring to the table. Self-independent. A self-dependent, the more I call it. I call it independent. Self-independent.
Well, I mean, I think that's always been our culture and our understanding, and that was the trick, right? They had to trick us into the system, right? Whether knowingly or unknowingly, if they can get us in it, goddamn it, then they've pretty much done their job, right? If they can create a corpse off of it, right, and then put it into play in their monopoly game, and by default, if you're the one who is representing said corpse, not knowingly or knowing, you know what I'm saying? Then I think that's how a lot of us and a lot of our people lost the autonomy, the independence that they had, right? Might not have been each individual, but it might have been a motherfucker from the family who decided to take the census. Just like it's a motherfucker in the family today that decides to take the DNA test type shit. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this book a little bit, Tribe. This is a decent book. I suggest that y'all read it in its entirety. But I want to get into some shit. Let's see where we at with it. First, South Carolina Infantry. I don't think that's it. Let me go. Keep going. Twice a Negro who taught them. Twice a Negro that taught them. Huh? So, hold on, man. Twice a Negro that taught them. I just can imagine what that means. Like, a new look at African labor in early South Carolina. Okay, now remember, they're gonna try to frame it as African labor in South Carolina because they hold on to Charleston being the biggest slave port in America. Okay, so
Okay.
would it be? Oh, go ahead. You want to add something?
Yeah. I want to add something. So why is it called the African Trade Company? You had two trade companies. If you go and look it up, the United States first creation was created a guarantee and indemnity company in 1681 from the African Trade Company. That's who developed the United States. You had a next United States that was developed in the 1700s from the Indian Trade Company. Boy, I gotta fucking recognize what's going on. But go on, Big Mark, go ahead. The reason they're calling them African again because it's their territory. The African Trade Company that claim it as territory and the associates that's up under them. This is the thing this is how we have to read and see these things as banking statements. Because that's banking ledgers. That's all they are for. That's all it is. It's all up of a company that was called African, a company that was called Indian, that created all this other bullshit that we're walking around talking about American and United States. Go look it up. But go ahead, Maestro. Go ahead.
It makes sense. You know, if you take in the context that a lot of this is codes, right? This system is built off codes and statute. And what is a code? It's to encrypt something. It's to hide something, if I'm not mistaken. No? When you code something, right, it's
right. And it's a memo to all the associates.
all the associates get the key, right? So if you had a key, You can read the code because you got the key. But if you don't have the key, then the message remains encrypted. No, just like looking at a map with no key. You can't read no map with no key and not know what this means and that. What the mountains is. You can't read a blueprint not knowing what a door signifies, right? Or a motherfucking like. So yeah, you gotta have a key. So back to Twice a Negro who taught them. Peter H. Wood. It says, when Colonel John Barnwell of South Carolina laid siege to the stronghold of the Tuscarora Indians in the spring of 1712, he noticed a special ingenuity in the fortification. Hold on, tribe. Hold on. Let's get up in here. I feel like we're a little far out. I don't want y'all to think I'm adding or subtracting, dividing or multiplying. So Colonel John Barnwell in 1712 noticed a special ingenuity in the fortification. I immediately viewed the fort with the perspective glass and found it strong. The commander wrote, not only were there impressive trenches, bastions, and earthworks to ward off attacks, but heavy tree limbs had been placed around the fort, making any approach difficult and hiding innumerable large reeds and canes to run into people's legs. What struck Barnwell particularly was the fact, though, that according to the fort's occupants, it was a runaway, here comes the quotes, African American, so-called Seminole, even though we know Seminole ain't got shit to do with Africa, right? Just like they say, it means runaway. So no matter if you was an African, if you was an Indian, if you ran away from enslavement, then you were considered a Seminole according to them, right? It says that a runaway Seminole taught them how to fortify this fort, okay? At an early date, the Africans and the English had lived in the region for scarcely a generation, and it is not likely that this enslaved African, identified only as Harry, had been born in Carolina. Really, it's unlikely. Instead, it seems probable that he had grown up in Africa, had lived in South Carolina before he was transported into Virginia for roguery and fled to the Tuscaroras. Now, that's a hell of a story to have on a motherfucker that you don't even got his whole name. That's some hell of a hypothesis right there. So, some nigga came out the bush, a magical Negro came out the bush and taught the Tuscaroras how to build forts on their own land. Ain't that something? If Harry's African know-how caught the South Carolina the African know-how, y'all, caught the South Carolina commander off guard, it may so also startle modern historians, for this obscure incident exemplifies. Let me go back up here. It exemplifies an intriguing aspect of Afro-American history, which has not been yet adequately explored. Wait a minute, nigga. Like, so based off of a story of a cracker colonel that they saying is a cracker in 1712, saying that he found a heavily fortified fort, and when he asked the niggas, like, how y'all build this shit? Like, who taught y'all how to do this shit? These niggas said a runaway popped out the bush. I guess he ran away from an architecture school or something. This motherfucker, He went from picking cotton to building forts, nigga. They said he popped out the bush and taught them how to build a fort.
So, is there any forts in Africa? That's the question. You hear me, nephew?
I heard you. You said, "Are there any forts in Africa for 500, Alex?"
Yeah. I think the Wallabini.
You said every day in Africa is a fortnight, maybe. You said every night is one fortnight. 3 moons. God damn it. I don't know. Listen.
Well, Chris is there's one. He said there's one in Liberia. But ask yourself, was it there before they started transporting these free niggas up out of America who didn't want to be bothered with the bullshit? Or was it there before they got there? Which one is it? Because niggas in America knew how to build forts. Did those niggas in Africa know how to build forts? Apparently they don't even know how to build houses. Motherfuckers still got mud huts. So I'm confused. How the fuck y'all got mud huts in 2023, nigga? And y'all building forts back in goddamn the 18 and the 17 and 16. It's not adding up. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
Colonial South Carolina is an excellent place to begin searching the cultural baggage of early forced immigration of what anthropologists have termed carryovers. More captured Africans entered North America through Charleston. Here it come, y'all, right? More captured Africans entered North America through Charleston, called Charlestown, until 1783 than through any other single port. And no other mainland region has so high of a ratio of Africans to Europeans throughout the 18th century as did South Carolina. Okay. Y'all heard that? So it was a bustling metropolis of Africans and crackers in colonial South Carolina, right? Slavery like a motherfucker. But why they ain't telling us about this though? Why they won't talk about the Indians that was there? Were they not there? In South Carolina? So check this out. When English settlers arrived to the Low Country region in late 17th century, they encountered American Indian groups, including the Wando. Niggas who from where I'm from, they know about Wando. The Kiowa, the Stono, the Edisto, the Etowah, the Tuscaroras, and the Yamasee. Many of these indigenous people had already been exposed to Europeans through Spanish and French explorations, and their populations were decimated by European diseases. Yeah, we know the story. Those who survived engaged strategically with Carolina settlers in trade and military alliances, as well as conflict and open warfare. Alliances and rivalries shifted over time, creating a complex web of collaborations and exchange, as well as animosity between American Indians and Carolina settlers. Slavery contributed to tensions between Low Country Native groups and Carolina settlers, while attempting to replicate the Barbadian system of plantation agriculture dependent on enslaved African labor. Let's just stop right there. What the fuck was the Barbadian slaving system?
Yeah, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, so remember the 13th Amendment come in and rectify the reenactment of civilization to the barbaric hills of the indigenous people of the land. This is where the people try to say, oh, they allowed the black people to be part of the 13th Amendment that's what this is about. That's what the 13th Amendment is about, what you just read, just out of your mouth. Just the barbaric, in the way we had our things set up, our banking system set up, our indigenous system set up, it was separate from their civilized colonial a documented system. So remember now, the dream of Nebuchadnezzar. The dream of Nebuchadnezzar was all the nations was coming true. The nations, and even to this last nation, which is America, which were all the nations will come together and come together, stone and clay, and it shall be written in stone. But that's what it is. The fact that it came as a documented seduction to our people is what caused civilization. Not what we were doing. What we were doing, it was already civilized. We were just barbaric because we wasn't keeping documents of it. But then when they come in with them documents, this is what gives them all the right of authority.
So when they said Barbadian system, right? You know what the first thing popped in my head? Let me show you. Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah.
So the Barbary slave trade involved slave markets in the Barbary states. European slaves were acquired by Muslim Barbary pirates. Muslim.
Then we was running all of that. remember I remember back in the day I tell you what they try to call you what they try to call you Geechee, what they call it Gullah Geechee. Yeah. Remember when I tell you the Atlantic, what we call the Atlantic now was called the Black Sea. The Geechee was running that whole area, even on the meridian, even all the way through the meridian, Mediterranean, right? So again, them were our people. We were, but they were considered Moors because they was doing it in a commerce event. It was in more of a commerce area or a commerce type of structure. That's why it was called Moors or Barbary, or what was in collaboration with the damn, it slipped my head. Cause it was three of them. The Berberys, them Asian man, them try to say Asian. The Mongols, and the it was three different groups, bro. I can't just think. I driving my head clouded right now, but it was doing that Burberry.
Born Free said Barbados or the Born Free said Barbados or the Barbary. Is that what that means?
Well, just think about it. The white slaves from the Barbary slave trade were sent to Barbados plantations. Y'all want me to pull it up?
Yeah. That's true. what I trying to show you, the bloodline, because in the beginning, in your history of the 1300s all the way up into the 1500s, that whole coastline was called the West Indies. The whole coastline, all the way to the Bahamas. Barbados, all the way to Barbados. This again, where you're gonna get your solemn witch hunt stories and all of that, because the property was owned by the Barbados Indians from Barbados. They call them the Inuits, I think they was called.
my head cloudy right now. I ain't been studying in a while. But yeah, all of them things is in collaboration. So at the same time, we were running the Burberry trade. It was the Burberry. You had the Mongol, and you had there was a next group, like the Turks. What were they called? There was a next group over there.
Talking about the Ottomans.
The Adi, yep, the Adi. Yeah, all right.
What they
So
say is the Ottoman Empire. I believe that's what they call it.
right, the Adis, right. So the Adis, the Berbers, and the Mongols was trading them crocodile, excuse my French, but trading them higher color man, what we are called Slavs in them time, right? And was giving it up to the people them through the mid land. Now you had a direct descending group of Moors whose capital was in what they call Madagascar. The capital of the Moors capital was Madagascar, where they was doing a lot of them business trade of them thing there. But the Americas could never be implemented as trade because the whole family genetics was coming from the Americas. When they get switched around is when you get the Spaniard now, when that land was already claimed upon that sect of clan was already claimed, saying that they was coming in to claim the new land. The new land was what we are called this land now. They was claiming it about a new doctrine. The new doctrine is the new doctrine of documentation. So I don't know if we're really catching the same vibe right now. If I understanding what I'm saying, if I showing you where it's coming from or how it's going.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So what we have here seems like the old switcheroo here. So check this out. What do we notice here in this little drawing? See, this look like the history that they tell us and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is when they're saying it's more primitive, right? This is supposed to be a more primitive time, but yet what they were able to accomplish seems to be more than what we're able to accomplish today. Does that make sense?
It don't make sense at all.
Like, so remember, we talking about from this. Let me just go back so we don't lose our spot. So this is in reference to when I read this part right here. Hold on. Damn, let go. Shit won't let go. Hold on. So it says early migrants from wait, right here. More captured Africans entered North America through Charleston, called Charlestown, until 1783, then through any other single port, and no other mainland. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I got it. Give me 1 second. Damn. Come on. Just stay on that bullshit. Hold on, tribe. Bullshit. Knew they was gonna do that bullshit. All right, mic check.
We hear you.
Okay, I knew they was gonna do that bullshit. shit. All right, so it says early migrants from Barbados and other places where enslavement was well established brought captured African workers with them when they could afford it. In the initial years after 1670, however, most English settlers hoped to meet the colony's intensive labor needs in other ways. Attempts were made to procure a steady supply of European workers. Now, why they didn't call them slaves?
Yo, go read the story of Tituba. Tituba, that's her name, right?
Tituba, yeah, the witch.
All right, right. So you know how why she married the dude named Indian? Remember, she married the guy named Indian. Why he married her?
I thought she was already indigenous though.
She was from Barbados, but her people owned the land in Salem. She and her people owned the land in Salem. She was brought up because the dude Indian, who was that white guy friend, I forget the white boy name who ran the church. I can't just think on his name right now. But he was running a church, and the Indian dude was raised by the white boy father. But the Indian dude was a black dude. His name was Indian. He was from America. He was sent to the colleges and all of that thing. When the white boy went to go run the plantation in Barbados his father had owned, which his father was indigenous to Barbados again. He was just a white boy from England that gets sent out on special money to make him wear. But anyway, the white boy the guy Indian ended up marrying Tituba to own the land in Salem. And the guy, the white boy was the church man over there. So what he ended up doing is convicting Tituba of witchcraft, and the husband tried to turn over the land to the church, which he inquired was running the church, and ended up with all the land. So it was a big thing about that, where he ended up not serving time, but serving time, and he ended up relocating to Connecticut somewhere, owning the land, and it's just a whole bunch of bullshit behind the white boy owning the land. But it was through the indigenous hand to own the land. So this is what I wanted to say right here. You have Tituba, right, coming from Barbados, indigenous to Barbados, born and raised in Barbados, but she people own all of the indigenous land up in Salem. Make me understand that one. I want to catch that one. You understand? So,
I think that it shows that we had a more complex system of land, like understanding of land, who had what. Like I think it shows that it was way more complex than they lead to a bunch of niggas just in the woods beating on rocks, tribe. Like it was clear that certain people were heirs to certain things for whatever reasons, right? I'm sure wars have been fought. I'm sure shit that then took place, and then like ultimately determining who is in possession of certain lands. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it does give credence to the fact that there was a vast, complicated understanding of land ownership when it came to the Americas, and it wasn't just no tribes chilling in the woods and wherever they drew a circle, that was their territory type shit. I think that's just revisionist type shit. But I definitely agree. How does someone from Barbados own land all the way in Salem? It's a good question. So it goes on to say, attempts were made to procure a steady supply of European workers and to employ neighboring Indians on a regular basis, but neither of these sources could meet the demand. Within half a century, Africans constituted a majority of the settlement's population, and additional forced immigrants were being imported regularly from Africa. Why did they say it like this? Additional forced immigrants. Why didn't they just say Africans like they did? Anyway, that such a large percentage of early South Carolinians were African Americans has never been thoroughly explained. So how did they go from Africans to African Americans? Don't it take time to un-Africanize a nigga?
Again, the company that they was coming in representation from the Caribbeans was called the African Slave Company. So when they come in and register them product under the African stamp, the African.
Right. These is Africans. These is Indian. These is African slaves. These is Indian slaves. This is the East African Company. This is the East Indian Company. Right. And each one is going to produce what the namesake is. Is that what you're basically saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, for example, though white colonists would debate at length which Europeans should receive credit for introducing the first bag of rice seed, it is possible that successful rice cultivation followed the arrival of seeds abroad shipped from Africa. Often the botanical impressions of contemporary Englishmen makes it hard to say exactly which plants were introduced and when. Semantic confusion about Guinea corn and Indian corn provides a case in point. Maurice Matthews reported during the initial summer of settlement that along with Indian corn, Guinea corn grows very well here. Hold on, let's go to that. But this being ye first I've ever planted ye perfection, I will not aver till ye winter doth come in. Okay. This grain or some subsequent variety clearly took hold, for in the next generation Lawson reported Guinea corn to be thriving. He noted it was usually used mostly for hogs and poultry, while adding that many Africans ate nothing but Indian corn. Now just stop right there. Wait a minute. This is not making sense in no fucking way. So we got Indians eating African corn, Africans eating Indian corn. We growing African corn, whether it's Indian corn. And they don't, and nobody knows where the rice came from. Okay? Let's just be clear. Nobody knows where the rice came from. No, not one person. All right. So a definition offered by Mark Gatsby in 1743 reveals that Indian and Guinea corn had become interchangeable in English texts, if not in actual fact. Let's go to the next page. Let's see what they got here. Says although certain medical knowledge was oh shit, why does it keep moving? Stay still, man. Damn, hold on. Stop moving. All right. I think this is the next page. Hold on. I can't get to the fucking top. Like, this shit keep moving on a nigga. Like, I don't need you to move everywhere I move. I need you to stay still. I think I got the zoom stuck on. Okay, there you go. I had the zoom stuck. Damn, I keep doing that shit. I need my mouse. Alright. Let's see if I can go back. I'm at the top now. Okay, so this would be the next. Yet in actuality, something very different took place in the earliest years of colonization. Africans demonstrated skills and talents that Anglo-Americans were unwilling to admit. Within several decades, the necessity for labor of any sort led to the increase in the size and diversity of the African population, and a further variety of African skills emerged, which were strikingly appropriate to the lowland frontier. Africans, therefore, were far from being the passive objects of Anglo-Carolinian instructions. What? But how was they just these free-moving Africans like this? I just don't get it. Go ahead, Auntie.
And then this why you know it's all bullshit. Because either you're a slave, nigga, or you're free. Which one is it? Slaves don't get to move around. Of course, I know y'all see the prisons. Those are considered slaves. Once you enter those fucking gates as a prisoner, you become a slave. And you ain't moving around, but it's so far in that bitch. I mean, they just say some of the dumbest shit and dumb motherfuckers dumb. They'll take that and say, yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
What's this?
They were so good at building this shit, but they didn't build a shit out here. Go ahead.
This is the main thing I trying to establish here. That like today's time, we have a sense of doing things like we want to do it. Like there's no documentation. You hear it throughout the community. Fuck paperwork. What paperwork gonna do? Bum bum bum. What you gonna do? What we want to do, right? They doing the same thing, but they have documentation behind it. So this is all I say, right? Whatever they pulling off the shelf for us, them books and things, it really don't mean a hill of beans to us. But it does to them, and in the captivity we under right now, it has a evident effect on us, right? So we have to they learned the game and just flip the game up on we. Oh yeah, the first should be last, the last should be first, right? Oh yeah, they had us enslaved. Well, let us make a document of making a law, certain things, and we know they're gonna knock it. They're gonna break the law. Because they don't have no document for themselves to say who they are, so they're gonna fall under our law. And now when they fall under our law, because they see the documentation, they read the documentation, just like what we're reading right now. They're reading the memos, they're reading what's going on, and they hold and adhere to it. So we're gonna put them under it because they don't have their own. So it's the same game, but they just flip the game up on us. Now when we turn around and flip the game back. Come forward with some paperwork on that. Come with the same game they come with. What law is it that the police or the light company man or the schoolhouse is over you? What law? Where is that ordained at? Where is that legal? Huh?
Exactly.
Go ahead.
I said that's so true. Where is it in law? That you're supposed to be paying for all this shit that's given to you for free from the earth. If they say nobody owns the earth, nigga, then why the fuck you charge that motherfucker for water, air, and motherfucking land, nigga?
Cause you are a part of a company, right?
They made the paperwork. Right, they made the paperwork. They made it on a legal format to operate in a different world. Right.
These niggas done took you motherfuckers to the Wizard of Oz, nigga. These niggas they took you to the Wizard of Oz.
Took you to a whole you literally living in an imaginary world inside a world. I mean, you're not in the real world. You daydream all the time. Niggas is really in an imaginary world. They living in their mind.
But this is the thing though. Whilst niggas is living in this imaginary matrix they call his story, right? They doing shit in the real world too. And you ain't even privy to that shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, they moving all types of big ass shit. Man, I'm talking about, nigga, they got oil spills going on right now. Ain't nobody talking about that shit. It's contaminating water all out this motherfucker around where I'm. Like, they ain't talking about none of the actual shit. And if they do, you'll hear it in corporate constructions where this corporation is being sued for act that they did, and now this corporation got to pay a certain amount of money to move forward. That's it. Don't you? It's all it's gonna be. You can kill 100 million niggas if you got enough money to pay it off. You can move forward.
Yeah. All you doing is paying for the bond, the damage, paying for damages. They gotta be reimbursed for whatever you done fucking done. They need to be reimbursed. So there's a bond on a nigga head. A bond on your head, nigga.
So it says, indeed, a process of mutual education took place among the Africans themselves. Despite initial language problems, and many of these workers, regardless of their legal status, occasionally ended up teaching those who saw themselves as their superiors. What? So they were smart enough to enslave you and put you in the matrix, but they wasn't smart enough to teach themselves how to do shit. Like,
that's crazy, ain't it? That's some bullshit. I mean, y'all was so smart that y'all knew to get a boat and go, goddamn it, on the ocean looking for other motherfuckers, but yet back in your own homeland, you bitches was starving, goddamn it, barely can walk, famine, disease, I mean, everything you can name. But they saying y'all was doing all this at the same fucking time. Make it make sense.
Where?
I know.
Let me.
Sick. When you sick, do y'all want to get up out the bed when you sick? When you sick, do y'all want to do any motherfucking thing but get well, right? So how motherfuckers is doing all that on their sick bed? Go ahead, Nadia.
Yeah, let me go at it again at a different angle. Remember the word was within man, right?
Yep.
When Moses come in, they're supposed to have changed the testament to the word written in stone. Yep. So we're still up under the mind structure of the word in man, the word written in man's heart. But they're moving on the structure of is written in stone. And what's gonna last is the part of written in stone, because it can be repeated as a testimony of sight. You know what I say? So we just gotta restructure our mind state and orchestrate business as business need to be handled.
I do that damn Nabi. But when you look at it, y'all do. I make fun of how I fuck with Jesus, but when you look at it, they're giving you shit that they have done in law. Some ain't in law, but the acts and the codes is in the book. Yeah, that's why I told you I don't fuck with it, because it is all about acts and codes. And niggas are acting in every goddamn thing, acting in every scene. Like you said with that right there. The man said, y'all notice we have Bonaparte murals. What is it on? Ain't it in stone?
Yeah.
That's all I got to
I
say.
mean, any of the great structures, that's what, and I don't want to get away from that part, because this is a part of our history, right? These buildings, that masonry, like what it took, right? And the usurpation of that, right? And that part being hidden from history, it all goes into it. I'm sure a lot of y'all niggas' history is in stone, literally in some of the cornerstones of these buildings that they convinced y'all that they built.
Okay.
But they really just found it. Right? But if you come up with the understanding, is like, you look up, just think about me as a child. I was born at Duke Hospital. So me as a child looking up at that cathedral thinking, God damn, these white people built the shit out of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, God damn, boy, these white people is special. Like, just imagine the psychology you have when you walk by your Federal Bank building and all these other buildings we've been seeing, these old world structures, and you just inherently think white people did it.
And nephew, that goes back to the fucking Jesus complex. They giving you a savior through a fucking white man, so-called white man's eyes. If you believe it, and everything around you is pointing to them, you would really think that these people are your savior. that everything pertains to the word white is great. Greater than your black ass. Now knowing you are the original light, not white. You are the original light. Go ahead, nephew.
Yeah, so it goes on to say, indeed, a process of mutual education took place from the Africans themselves, despite initial language problems. And many of these warriors, regardless of their workers, regardless of their legal status, occasionally ended up teaching those who saw themselves as superiors. Africans, as will be made clear, often provided knowledgeable and competent in areas where Europeans remained disdainful or ignorant. Hence the problem faced by Anglo-Carolinians during the first and second generations of settlements was less one of imparting knowledge to unskilled workers than of controlling for their own ends African expertise, which could be and was, as in Harry's case, readily turned against them. Though hitherto unacknowledged, the comparative advantages which Africans possessed over Europeans in this new world setting can be seen in a variety of different ways. Let's come down. South Carolina, first of all, was in different geographic zone from England and from all earlier English colonies in mainland North America. This fact was pleasing to Anglo-Carolinian settlers on one level, but disconnecting on another, and they there were slow to make the adjustments necessary for life in somewhat alien semi-tropical regions. So, John Lawson, an amateur naturalist who explored the Carolinas at the start of the 18th century. So it's at the start of the 18th century, y'all. They're still exploring the Carolinas. I just need y'all to understand this. It's like, just listen to what they're saying. Like, I had to break that crackatosis too. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of what we do here is break the crackatosis. Go ahead, Auntie.
So at 1800, they still ain't even made it past that?
Well, no, this is 1700. So this 18th century. So this 17 to the 1800s. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. So when did they get here though? When they say they got here?
They say they got here. Well, it depends on when you saying who is we, because see, that's what I'm saying. There's a lore, there's folklore around the arrival of the people here and the peopling of the Americas. It always has been, which kind of lends credence to a cover up as well. You know what I'm saying? But for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers here, they keep describing these people as aliens. Y'all get that? Or like alien. Like here's another alien. Like this climate was alien to them. Like I don't understand.
What's that? What they call them? The pilgrim. Pilgrim means alien. Foreigner. That's all
Immigrant. Immigrant.
Definitely the new motherfucker. Yeah.
So it says John Lawson, an amateur naturalist who explored the Carolinas at the start of the 18th century, commented that if English colonists would be so curious to make a nice observation of the soil and other remarkable accidents, they would soon be acquainted with the nature of the earth and climate, and be better qualified to manage their agriculture to more certainty. So he's telling them then too, like these people didn't come here just like, oh, well, we just, went on a boat ride one day and found ourselves here. Like, no, they was always sent here to be workers, to work.
Is this shipwreck bullshit is part of the the narrative that they came and they got lost and they wind up on this place where nobody there, like motherfucking Gilligan's Island, motherfuckers got shipwrecked, and we just gonna make this home.
Yeah, their God pushed the winds towards the Americas, and then he said, whatever land you land on, you know what I'm saying? But it says, but he went to admit, as with Jefferson, as others after him, that Europeans seemed to become less careful and observant rather than more so in the unfamiliar environment of the American South. West Africans, on the other hand, were not only more accustomed to the flora and the fauna of subtropical climate generally, but they possessed an orientation toward what Levi Strauss has called extreme familiarity with their biological environment, passionate attention to it, and precise knowledge of it. Even prior to the 1600s, African slaves had established a reputation for being able to subsist off the land. How?
Boy. Motherfucker allow you to drag them and make you slaves, but yet you can do all these great things. Either you can't be the hero and the motherfucking slave too. I'm just, you can't. It's either or.
More readily than Europeans in the Southeast, a century before the founding of Carolina, when Africans were sent to work on the fortification at St. Augustine, a Spanish official had written approvingly with regard to their food. They will display diligence as they seek it in the country without the cost of the royal treasure. Instance of black self-sufficiency, like instance of Indian assistance, made a lasting impression upon less well acclimated Anglo-Carolinians. And as late as 1775, we find an influential English text repeating the doctrine that is in Carolina. The common idea is that one Indians or dexterous African will, with his gun and nets, get as much game and fish as 5 families can eat, and the Africans support themselves in provisions besides raising staples. See, this is some bullshit. This shit said is that the common idea is that one Indian or dexterous African will, with his gun. So why do they keep, I keep telling y'all, they keep pairing these niggas together for a reason. Like,
they are the same people. That's the only reason why.
They just keep.
African is the motherfucking native of the land, which is the motherfucking American Indian. Niggas ain't going to no land that don't know where the fuck how you roaming around somewhere and don't know where the fuck you at? And at that time, as literally as they say these niggas was, they didn't even know what land they was on.
And the niggas they was with, they was from different places, so they didn't even speak the same language, right?
That part.
And they was on breeding farms and shit. So because the importation of African slaves ended in like 1808. No. So we in 1775, we coming up towards the end of the importation of African slaves, according to their documents. It says, by far the largest number of people entering South Carolina during the colonial period came from West Africa. In the course of centuries of immigration, items indigenous to parts of the vast region were transported with them. For example, though white colonists would debate at length which Europeans should receive credit. Oh, we read this already. Yeah, we read this already. Okay, let's continue. I'm gonna read a little bit more. Then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I gotta go. It says, wait a minute. No. I hit the wrong button. Shit, don't do it. Don't go nowhere. Where we at? I think I went too far. Hold on, child. too far. Oh no, okay, I was good. Alright. I'm gonna just read a little bit more. We'll probably come to this book. We'll come back to this book. Damn, this shit tweaking. It's just doing whatever the fuck it want. Relax. Damn, it's telling up all the good shit. I ain't even trying to show y'all that.
Tell the people to get into the Battle of Hastings with the Iroquois tribe.
Shit, you tell them, nigga, they right there. They here. I think I was just reading that shit, Wanna? When that happened?
Yeah.
1812 or something? 18.
Hell no. 1066, nigga.
Oh, you said, okay, maybe that's the wrong battle of goddamn Hastings I'm talking about.
Your people, my people, your people, our people been dealing in this program all the way back in the 1066, my nigga. The
now,
people
what's the
huh?
I was
We
telling
just
them
going
the
on from 17. Go ahead, sister.
No, I was just saying the book you said get into the Battle of Hastings.
Yeah. It's an actual event. 1066. 1066. The Iroquois Nation is the creators of the Swiss Confederacy of 1296, I think it is. I'm gonna repeat it again. The Iroquois, the original, the original Iroquois was the creators of the Swiss Confederacy in 1296. So all this talk about the Swiss money and the Swiss bank, come on, man, it created from we already had a program going. We just wasn't keeping documentation like that. Them man come in with record fund with things of substance besides talk. That's what we were considered barbaric. The whole time, all the way up to the 13th Amendment, we was considered barbaric. Because we ran on chiefs and ran on tribes, not clans. We wasn't up under the clan. They was created off of clans. They was created in the structure of clans because it come off the original foundation of the Moorish identity. So when they turned around and came around to us, it was in a barbaric identity because we wasn't in the part of the clan with identification of documentation. We had word of mouth. We had my word is my boss. No, we have to come in with a structure of a contractual structure to represent the word because we wasn't dealing with indigenous people any longer. We allowed them to come deal a business on our land. So we had to have a representation for us. So we created certain things to represent us, even if we're in our natural state as a farmer. Watch it. The only way you can be in a natural state is if you farm in the land, or as in an incorporated state, as a corpse. But you have to be in control of your corpse, not allowing the corporation to be in control of the corpse, or you fall to the amenities that are provided. Even though it's only limited, they take the majority for themselves. So, but it's a long story, but it's all behind the indemnities and bonds and things of this nature of contract. The whole, even things we're reading right now, 1775, is just a continuation of a memo out of the company that we investigate, we said, into, but we're not actually in representation, in the right representation when we stand into this format. So we just got to. Go ahead.
They sitting in the chat said we were nations and was broke up into tribes, Naughty.
Nation again is corporation thing. Watch it. A tribe is a family. This is what a tribe is. Tribe is family. And I believe a while back the brethren was reading clan. Clan is a structure off of tribe, whether it's genetically coming in or non-genetically. This produces a clan. So the original state is the tribe, which is in representation of your family. Whatever your family identify is your tribe. That's it. An imagination of under the corporate district or corporate instruct is going to be clan/tribe, but taking it away up under a nation. This is our corporate entity. I mean, yeah, if you want to deal in that realm, we can talk about that realm. But in the natural realm, there's no such. Natural realm, there's only man and woman. Child, offspring, not child, offspring. Man, woman, and offspring. And then cultivating the land. Not working in no hospital, that's a corporate structure. Schoolhouse, corporate structure. All them things, contractual, corporate structure. So if you're dealing in that world, you need to be head of that estate that's being represented in that culture, that corporate culture or structure. Not allowing yourself to be involved as a ward of the state and still working in that or being identified in that environment. It's a difference. Go ahead.
That's a great segue for me to probably what I'll break down tomorrow, which is another book by this guy called The Anti-Social Contract. This is something else I've been diving into here. And it talks about social contracts and expectations and things. I'll get into it tomorrow. I think this will be an interesting build as well for Giveaway Fridays. It'll give me the ability just to ride off. I like getting into these books every now and then and seeing just what's the overall narrative, what is the information that can be pulled from it. You know what I'm saying? And chop it up as we do. I got to get the hell up out of here. I'm late as shit.
Okay. Peace and love and light. I enjoyed the statement, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank nephew. Peace and love, y'all. Y'all have a masterful rest of the day.
Appreciate you, Nadi, for coming through. You already know. Appreciate everybody coming through. I will see y'all tomorrow. We did lock in 2 giveaways. So far, we got 4 more donations at $1 or more to lock in our 3rd. I'll see y'all tomorrow, Tribe. Giveaway Friday in full effect. Shout out to all the American Aborigines. I hope y'all have a great rest of the evening. Until next time, Tribe. We out of this motherfucking game. Peace.
On my Aborigines tribe up. Dog, I make my own cash, we don't do taxes in a check. Put them taxes in the hood, we don't fuck with the IRS. You don't press your own con, but you show the cop respect. Same one locked up your homie, but you scared to get him back. Man, go get him back in blood. All them bodies that you got, the KKK and catch a slug. Fuck a free my homie Asada shit, go get him back in blood. Yeah, you know who locked your homie up, go get him back in blood. If George Zimmerman ain't dead, I don't wanna hear about how you tough. Claim you a shooter when the cops come, you run and toss your gun. While we aiming at each other when we got a bigger war. Niggas musta forgot what this gang banging really for. Man, you niggas really lost. If you don't own your own land, stop walking around like you a boss. Rappers giving bread to charity, go do some shit for real. All that gangster shit you talking, get raped when you take a deal. Man, you niggas ain't on shit. You my brother cause we black, I don't care if you blood or crip. If you don't own your own hood, stop talking gangster. You ain't nip. The rap execs invest in prisons, then use us to fill them shit. Dog, I make my own cash, we don't do taxes in a check. Put them taxes in the hood, we don't fuck with the IRS. You don't press your own con, but you show the cop respect. Same one locked up your homie, but you scared to get him back. Man, go get him back in blood. All them bodies that you got, the KKK and catch a slug. Fuck a free my homie Asada shit, go get him back in blood. Yeah, you know who locked your homie up, go get him back in blood. Niggas know who locked their homie up, man. Know what I'm saying? This time we, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying put the guns down, I'm saying we need to change targets, my nigga. You feel me? We aiming at the wrong people.